A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Crime does not pay.
Look, baby, why don't you get smart?
This attitude don't get you nothing except maybe a pretty little map all mashed in.
This attitude will get me plenty after you bring your boss here.
Listen to her. The gall of the Frail.
Hey, you don't think the boss will come to see you?
I know he will, after you give him my message.
Now we're a couple of messenger boys.
That's all you were in the first place. Now I'll tell your boss this. Tell him I've got a racket that means dough, real long green Mazuma. Got that?
Keep spailing, kid.
Tell him I know how he and I can get into the chips 10 times over what he can pick up in this penny ante chiseling on card games. And tell him I'm not too bad to look at. And he might do himself a lot of good just by dropping in on me, say, tomorrow night.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro Goldwyn Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Cards and Spades, starring Susan Douglas. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Susan Douglas as June Hathaway in Cards and Spades. June Hathaway was sweet and pretty and cute. Make no mistake about that. The women who came to her apartment each afternoon thought of her either as a daughter or as they thought of themselves at her age. This was reasonable rationalization for women who sought some excuse for their infatuation with the sight of cards and the sound of the chips clicking against each other on the table. Where June had come from, where she was heading, were matters of no moment to these women. They were matters of great importance to June, whose sharp, cold eyes belied her sweet face for anyone who saw them at unguarded moments. June had a plan. The afternoon card game was only the beginning of that plan.
I'll raise 5 blue. 5 and 5 more call you, honey. There you are. 2 pair. Not good enough, darling. Full house.
Oh, winning streak, eh? One more deal. I've got to get some of it back. As it is, Dave's beginning to wonder.
Oh, you too, honey. Mine wants to know where all the money goes.
Cost of living's always a good excuse.
Not with Ralph. He follows the index in the paper every day. Whatever an index is.
Don't tell me, ladies, that the cost of living is an item among you.
Hello, June.
Oh, dear.
After all, where one of you loses, the others win. Isn't that right?
Right.
I suppose so.
I was sharing the wealth and having fun besides.
You're right, June, darling. Absolutely right.
You're a bright girl, June. You'd have been a great success in business, I think.
I couldn't wait for that. Me, a career girl with success at 50? No, thanks.
You are smart, though, June. Oh, my goodness. 4:30 already. I promised Dave I'd pick him up with the car at 5.
Oh, excuse me, the door.
One more hand, girls. That's all I have time for. I'll do.
Don't make a move, sister. This gun ain't no water pistol.
You know what's good for you? You keep your trap shut.
But I can't...
Shut up, you hear? All right, ladies, this is a stick-up.
Oh, no.
Coach will be in the bedroom, Huey. Pick the good ones.
Jack, take your tables and the wallet.
Double check. Yeah, big game you're running here, sister. Yeah, not a bad haul.
It was a big game, you sap.
I got the coach, 4 of them. Not bad. The rest are just dogs.
Oh, my God.
All right, shut up. You're insured.
Got the cash? Let's go.
Got it. Let's ride.
June, call the police, quick, for pity's sake.
You
got
all
to call
crazy.
them.
You want your names in the paper.
I want my fur coat back.
You want to go to jail for illegal gambling? Do you, any of you?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Well, I didn't think so. All right, ladies. Cash your chips. The base play's over. two again.
Yeah, us two.
Hey, glad to see us, kid?
Like an epidemic of smallpox, I'm glad to see you.
Oh, that ain't nice, baby.
With mugs like you, I don't have to be nice.
Don't be like that, kid. We come back to tell you ought to have protection.
Yeah, you're from mugs like us who bust up card games.
After all, it gets around your game is stuck up every week. The dames ain't going to come to play with you, sister.
I had a decent living out of this. You fatheads bust in, scare away the pigeons. It'll take me a month to build up the business again. I ought to make you give me a cut of what you snagged out of here today.
We don't give no cuts. You cut us in, and the boss. He wants you should pay some insurance premiums. Hold-up insurance.
Not a dime. Not one thin dime.
You want to run a game, you give us 25%. We collect regular, every Saturday.
No bagman gets a cent from me. I build this business by myself. I'm keeping what I make.
Oh, what a shame. And she's a cutie, too.
Now, look, sister, grow up. The boss controls gambling in this burg. Everybody pays.
Not me. I have nothing to pay with. You spoiled the whole deal this afternoon.
You're gonna pay.
You heard me. I'll say it again. No. N-O. No.
Look, baby, once you get smart.
This attitude don't get you nothing, except maybe a pretty little map all mashed in.
This attitude will get me plenty. After you bring your boss here.
Listen to her. The Carnival Frail.
Hey, you don't think the boss will come to see you.
I know he will. After you give him my message.
Now we're a couple of messenger boys.
That's all you were in the first place. Now you tell your boss this. Tell him I've got a racket that means dough. Real long green Mazuma. Got that?
Keeps failing, kid.
Tell him I know how he and I can get into the chips 10 times over what he can pick up in this penny ante chiseling on card games. And tell him I'm not too bad to look at. And he might do himself a lot of good just by dropping in on me, say, tomorrow night. Yes?
Well, not bad. The boys have better judgment than I thought.
What do you want?
I want in, first of all.
And then?
Then we'll see. Look, Miss Hathaway, are you going to keep me standing in the hall all evening?
You know my name.
I'm Dick Moorhead, known to you by way of Gus and Huey as the boss.
I thought so. I expected Gus and Huey with you.
They're with me, downstairs in the car.
Come in.
Thanks.
Sit down.
I don't mind if I do.
Drink.
No, thanks. I never drink. At a business conference.
Then start the conference.
You had my offer yesterday.
Oh, that was no offer. That was an insult.
Snappy, aren't you? Do you have a counter proposal?
I may have. If you agree on what basis we're going to talk.
What do you mean, what basis?
Are you still pointing a gun at me?
I'm not even carrying one. Want to search me?
I'll take your word for it.
Go on.
Are we talking as equals?
Gus was right. You do have gall. I run gambling in this town by disposition of the syndicate. You run, or ran, a card game, and you want to talk as equals?
Maybe you are the boss. I don't think you're so bright.
Oh, you don't?
Bright boys don't kill the goose. They collect the golden egg.
All right, as equals. What's your proposal?
That we go partners.
On what? Your game?
Oh, that's chicken feed.
What then?
On what can come out of my game. Enda doesn't like it.
Well, maybe you better draw a blueprint.
Well, it begins to look like it. Look, Richard.
The name's Dick. Richard has been a fighting word as long as I can remember.
All right, look, Dick. 99% of the women who play in my game or did play in it are afraid of their husbands.
Ideal situation.
No jokes. They're afraid, but not the way you're thinking. They don't want their husbands to know what they're up to in the afternoon.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
There's more to it. We might make them pay off a little on a deal like that, but they'll pay off a lot more, and in a lot of other ways if they lose heavily once in a while.
Junie, you're a genius.
No, I just happen to know my own gender.
Well, now that you've given me the idea, what do I need you for?
The women trust me. They know me. I look too innocent, too sweet to be bad. They'll never trust a man like you.
What do you need me for?
A strong arm and, when necessary, and lays on with the syndicate.
Junie, you're a honey. You're beautiful. And you're smart. How did you get to learn all these tricks?
I was born in a jungle. I survived. I saw the other girls and what they were up against. I figured not to be trapped behind a typewriter or in a laundry. And I don't care for the usual career.
So you used your brain.
I try.
You got a deal, partner.
I thought I would have.
Now, how about that drink?
The business conference over?
It's over.
And the social side of our relationship begins?
I think it does. If you want it that way.
Why not? Make yourself at home. Oh, the liquor's in that cabinet over there. You might as well know where everything is around here. I imagine you'll be coming back fairly regularly.
Take your hands off me. Who do you think you are?
Ah, shut up. You wanted the Forsyth and Kirby dames, Miss Hathaway. Boss, you got them.
So I see.
Okay, wait outside, Gus.
Check.
What's the meaning of this?
You'll find out.
I demand to know. Mysterious phone calls. Hoodlums bringing us here in a closed car. This strange man. Really, June, you'd better explain.
I think you'd better explain this, Mrs. Kirby.
Dorothy. That check.
Quiet, Mrs. Forsyth. Your turn will come.
I lost heavily. I gave June a check.
Which I checked on before I cashed it, or tried to cash it. You have no account in this bank, Mrs. Kirby.
You can't collect on the gambling debt in this state. My husband's a lawyer, and I'm...
Can't we, Mrs. Kirby?
And now you, Mrs. Forsyth.
I'm paid up. You haven't anything you can charge me with.
Except the fact that you're deathly afraid your husband will find out how much money you've been losing.
I don't care if he does.
Call up, Mr. Forsyth. Dick, the number's Jefferson 56703.
No, don't call him, for pity's sake. It's as much as my marriage is worth.
How much is your marriage worth, Mrs. Forsyth?
What do you want?
Money. Lots of it. About as much each week as you've been losing. But you'll have to keep on playing, too.
I can't. I haven't got it.
But you'll get it, won't you? Oh, won't she, Dick?
I think so. I know that phone number now.
All right. I'll try. What do you want from me?
You have friends, Mrs. Kirby.
My friends?
They'll enjoy an occasional game of cards.
You want me?
We call them steerers in cruder places, Mrs. Kirby. You are going to steer for us.
I won't. That is, I can't. I can't. I'll lose my friends. You'll fleece them just as you fleeced us. I can't. I can't.
Oh, but you will, Mrs. Kirby. You will. You'd rather have them pay through the nose than go through a scandal yourself, wouldn't you? And a bad check is nasty, Mrs. Kirby. Very, very nasty. You can't, but you will, Mrs. Kirby. You know that just as well as I do.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Cards and Spades. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Susan Douglas as June Hathaway in Cards and Spades. The racket worked, and with great success. The women caught in June's web, the mainstay of which was their own desire for the excitement of gambling. The women paid, and in many ways. Beginning with Dorothy Kirby and the friends she brought, June and Dick expanded their activities. For the victims, fear became the dominant feeling of their lives. For June and Dick, power and more power, money and more money became the prime motives. But even these activities can reach a saturation point for the victims. Margaret Forsyth reached that point the morning she came to pay her 5th installment to June.
All right, Mrs. Forsyth, just leave the money. I have a busy morning. Your friend Mrs. Kirby is due shortly.
I thought you might take something in place of money.
From you? The distinguished Mrs. Forsythe, hardly.
I've come to give you...
Yes, the money. You have it in your bag, Mrs. Forsythe.
I can't. I won't. I've stood it for 5 weeks. I've drawn on my own savings. But my husband's getting more and more suspicious. I'm through. I'm finished. Do what you think you can to me. Try anything. You can't get blood out of a stone.
Never mind the histrionics. Just open your bag and pay him and get out.
All right. I'll open my bag. I'll pay you. I'll pay you exactly what you deserve.
I see. A dainty little automatic. Pearl handle, too. A real lady's gun. Only you won't pull the trigger. You haven't the nerve.
I will. I will.
Give me that gun, Mrs. Forsythe.
Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
With the pleasure, George?
Yes, I did. Now take it away from her.
Yeah, with pleasure.
No, keep away. I'm shooting.
There you are, kid. Loaded, too.
Yes, I thought it would be.
What do you want I should do with the dame?
Oh, teach her a lesson, Gus. Try to leave as few marks as possible.
Oh, that's easy.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I wouldn't want I should mark her face, so I twist her arms. Like this. And then I gives her the knee. Like this. And then...
I thought I heard her.
Margaret, watch closely, Mrs. Kirby, and I'll just listen for you.
And then I throws her down like this. And when she don't stop yelling, I uses my little piece of rubber hose.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Much better. Much better. Well, Mrs. Kirby.
I came to report.
Yes, get on with it.
I can't. Margaret.
Never mind, Margaret, Dorothy, dear. How many friends are you bringing here this afternoon?
3. No, 4. But I don't want to. I'm afraid.
Margaret's very unhappy just now, Dorothy, isn't she? Isn't she? Now, how many did you say you were bringing to our little game this afternoon, dear?
That you, Dorothy?
Yes, Dave. Yes, it's me.
Where have you been?
Out with the girls.
That's what you've been saying for weeks. Which girls?
I won't be cross-questioned, Dave.
Oh, you won't. Well, suppose I say I won't accept the kind of life you've been living and making me live these past weeks.
Really, Dave, this attitude...
Attitude? Night after night, I come home to an empty house, to obviously dissatisfied servants, to a house that's no longer a home, and I have an attitude?
You might let me take my coat off before you start shouting.
It's got to stop. These afternoon gallivantings have got to stop.
Oh. I'm to be a prisoner, is that it?
Stop it, Dorothy. I don't know what you're up to, but...
What do you mean by that?
I happened to make a phone call today to your friend Janet. She hasn't seen you all week. And you told me on Tuesday and Wednesday both that you were spending the afternoons with her.
She must have forgotten.
She's telling the truth.
I won't have you calling my friends behind my back.
What are you doing behind my back?
You've no right to say that.
Apparently, I have no right to a decently run home either.
Dave. Oh, Dave, I'm so upset. I don't know what I'm saying.
That act won't work either. Next thing you'll say is your best friend was run over and she's in the hospital. And that's where you were.
I did take Margaret to the hospital.
Oh, stop it. It's no go, Dorothy. She probably is there, or you wouldn't dare try to get me to believe you'd been with her.
Oh, Dave. Dave, if I only could say...
See here, Dorothy. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to find out. And if you won't tell me, I'll find out some other way. That's a warning, Dorothy. Don't forget it.
You, sent for me, Mr. Kirby? I'm here.
Billings, I understand you're a reliable man in your profession.
Reliable and discreet.
Good. I want you to trail my wife every afternoon until you're positive you know where she spends her time.
And with whom?
Not necessarily. After you found out where, we'll both go to see with whom. I believe that's the usual procedure in these cases, isn't it?
Well, sometimes the husband ain't anxious to go along, but if you want it that way, that's the way you can have it, Mr. Kirby.
I don't like it, Dick. I'm worried about it.
About what? The Kirby dame?
Yes, the Kirby.
Oh, she's bringing in her friends. She's doing what we tell her.
She's too docile.
You bet she's docile. Well, you told me yourself. She saw Gus operate on the Forsyth.
The Forsyth was quiet, too, before she broke loose.
And we taught her the time of day. I wonder how she explained the busted ribs to her husband.
I still don't like it.
Quit worrying, honey. Everything's copacetic. And the dough's rolling in. Besides, geniuses don't ever worry, and you're a genius. I told you that first time we got together.
Hello?
Mr. Kirby?
Yes?
Joe Billings here. We got her cold.
Where?
Swank apartment on the boulevard. You want us to go in today?
The sooner the better. Who's us?
Me and a photographer. Pictures are good evidence in divorce cases.
I wouldn't know about that.
Well, you want us to go ahead?
Wait for me. I want to go along. Where shall I meet you?
We're in a drugstore at 9th and the boulevard. We'll wait for you here.
I'll be right over. Why all the mystery, Billings? Do private detectives usually operate this way?
We have to in buildings like this. Couldn't get past the front desk without being announced. That wouldn't do us much good, would it?
Hardly.
So the service elevator, Mr. Kirby, which we run ourselves. Standard practice. 10th floor, Mr. Kirby. Here we are.
Yes, so I see.
I know it ain't pleasant, Mr. Kirby, but you gotta face facts, I suppose.
I suppose so. That's what makes business for the men in your profession.
To the right here, 10F. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Kirby.
Still, no matter how you look at it, it's not amusing.
Okay. Now, everybody know what the deal is?
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's see. You want me to follow you in and say, that's my wife, and then your friend here shoots the picture.
Check. Okay, here we go.
Who are you? What do you want?
It's a raid, lady. Don't try and
Out
stop
the
us.
back way, everybody. It's a raid.
It's a gambling den. Dorothy, don't run away. It's dead.
Dickie took a picture. Get the camera.
I think this is a divorce raid or something.
Mr. Kirby, look out. He's got a gun.
All right. Let the women go, but you stay here.
She put her husband up to this. Kirby put her husband up to her.
I didn't.
I say you did. Hold the gun on the men, Dick.
Keep away from my wife. Stand still, you.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
All right, fellas, come on. Let's go in here. Come on here. What's going on around here? What's going on here?
It's the cops.
Drop the gun, Moorhead. We know you.
Oh.
You should have known better, Moorhead. Maybe you'll learn in the can. I know what's going on here. Gambling, roulette, everything.
You can't prove a thing.
With these witnesses? Are you kidding, sister? I'm telling you, it's a laugh. We've been watching this joint for weeks. Suddenly there's a riot, and we walk in on the neatest sucker layout in town. Let's go, everybody.
I want a lawyer. You've got no warrant. You can't do this. You'll pay. You'll all pay.
Cut it out, sister. Your boyfriend pulled the gun. That's all I need. Now get going. There's a free ride waiting for you with a one-way ticket. Come on, sister. Move.
Crime does not pay.
Susan Douglas, who starred as June Hathaway in Cards and Spades, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Susan Douglas.
There's no doubt in my mind that June Hathaway knew exactly what she was doing. There is some doubt in my mind that she knew why she was doing it. June never examined the causes of her basic insecurity, the causes of the drive for money through any means, which brought her to cooperation with Dick Moorhead and eventual catastrophe. But it took more than June's schemes to bring about the events of this story. The necessary additional ingredient was the weakness of her victims. The craving for the excitement, the surrender to the temptation of the green table and the bright pasteboard. Without such help, without both sides of this story, there would have been no tears, no shame, no violence. For all concerned, for all those involved, including the victims, it can be said in all these cases, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Miss Douglas. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical consultant is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you have just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental.
Crime Does Not Pay.
You? Yourself? Oh, really now, Mr. Dryden?
Why not, Mrs. Hunter? Don't you believe I'm susceptible? That I might be lonely, too?
That's hard to believe. After all, you're the man who's helped so many people to find each other. So many lonely hearts are lonely no longer because of you and what you've done.
Yes, I dare say. But that is so, my dear Mrs. Hunter, because I understand loneliness. I understand the hunger for companionship of the opposite sex from personal experience.
Yes, I can understand that. Of course.
And then your picture fell out of the envelope that fateful morning, and something clicked. I hardly dared believe it. I wrote to you anyway. When you walked in here today, it was as if that picture had come to life. Now I know I shall never be lonely again. Do you understand this, Mrs. Hunter? Do you, Elizabeth? You must. Because from now on, you and I shall never be parted. Never. If I have anything to say about it.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Love Is Not All, starring Ralph Forbes. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Ralph Forbes as Augustus J. Dryden in Love Is Not All. It was a rather shabby building, nothing new or modern. Just another office building with rows of doors along the slightly dank hallways, the gilt lettering tarnished and peeling on the frosted glass of the doors. This door was exactly like the others, except for its rather intriguing announcement in fading gilt. Union of Lonely Hearts, it announced in large letters. In the lower right-hand corner, quite neatly and simply, Augustus J. Dryden, counselor. Inside, the filing cabinets crowded the railing and the desk behind the railing. At that desk, blondined Margot Wells presided and investigated the contents of the day's mail. A chore at which she was ably assisted by one Muggsy Penfield and her employer, Augustus J. Dryden himself.
For your file, my dear.
Check, boss.
Oh, there is a check in this one, Gus.
Just the usual fee. Pictures, too?
No. Not very interesting.
There's a request here from Dallas, boss.
I'll handle that later.
Oh, no.
There's something amusing, my dear?
Get this. You may assure any woman who becomes at all interested in me that I am well able to take care of her now and will leave her well provided for in the future. Of course, as my wife, she would have certain responsibilities, as the enclosed photo indicates. But before very long, they will all be ready to take care of themselves. So look. Just look, count them. 9. 9 of all time.
And the man says he's lonely.
He's probably got nobody to talk to except the 9 brats. You want him, Martha?
Are you kidding? What'll I do, file him in the wastebasket?
Check enclosed?
10, the registration fee.
Oh, regular procedure.
But nobody will ever marry him.
File him. Reply with Form 1. In a month, request the second fee. This is business, Margot.
Are we using the mails to defraud again?
Hardly, my dear. After all, we file him in good faith. His 9 offspring are hardly our responsibility.
All right, Gus. You're the boss.
St. Louis has a request, referral and some jewelry. Also, a couple of minks, one of those coat check jobs.
Muggsy, we don't discuss that side of our business in the front office, remember?
Oh, sorry, boss. See you in the back later, huh? Oh, and here's Bar Harbor.
That one again.
Same character.
Burn the letter. We never received it. It's stuff is altogether too easily traced.
Check, boss.
Not bad, this one, for her age. What's your guess, Gus?
I put in 1. Untouched snapshot, too. I'd say about 40.
Hey, that's the dangerous age.
Dangerous? For whom? Any money, Margot?
Registration fee. Here's the letter.
Paper. Heavy. Engraved letterhead. Mrs. Elizabeth Hunter. 5022 East Green Street. Good address.
What'd she say, boss? What'd she say?
You may think it strange. A woman in my obvious circumstances. Interested in meeting new people. Lack of companionship. Some well-educated gentleman. Am I well-educated, Margot?
In what way?
Well, I've been to college. Upriver, that is.
You learn plenty there.
Hardly a subject for small talk.
Hey, are you thinking of fooling around with this yourself?
And why not?
Because you got more important things to do, boss.
More important than a woman of obvious means, house on Green Street. Not bad to look at. Muggsy, you never had much vision.
Yeah, I don't need vision to see trouble coming.
Nonsense. Why, with her money, we might expand this business. Margot, take a letter. My dear Mrs. Hunter, letters from ladies of your caliber are, of course, quite rare in our correspondence. We do have in our files the applications of a few, very few gentlemen of equal standing. This fact requires an abnormal procedure on the part of our agency. If you would be kind enough to call for an appointment, I shall be most honored to give you my personal attention. Yours very truly, etc., etc. Put that in the mail, Margot, my dear, and we shall see what we shall see.
I beg your pardon, miss.
Yes, ma'am?
This is the office of Augustus J. Dryden.
Of the Union of Lonely Hearts? Yes, it is. May I help you?
I have an appointment. My name is Hunter, Elizabeth Hunter.
Oh, of course. One moment, please.
Yes, Margot?
Mr. Dryden, Mrs. Hunter is here. Mrs. Elizabeth Hunter.
Yes, is she? I don't time, darling. Send her in. No, wait. I'll be right out.
Oh, yes, sir. Of course. Mr. Dryden will be right with you.
Mrs. Hunter? Won't you come in? This is a pleasure. Real pleasure.
Why, yes, of course.
Oh, this way, please. Miss Wells, I am not to be disturbed.
Yes, Mr. Dryden, of course. Not to be disturbed.
Sit down, my dear Mrs. Hunter. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
No, not there. In this chair.
Oh.
Where I can see you better and you can see me.
Well, thank you again.
A cigarette?
No, thank you. Mr. Dryden, this is the first time in my life I've ever done anything like this.
Well, that hardly makes it wrong. Thousands, literally thousands of people come to me for counsel. You saw the file cabinets in the outer office. There are more in yonder closet. Surely we have the blessing of hundreds, if not thousands, of happy people in our work.
You seem to believe in your work, Mr. Dryden.
I believe in people.
And in yourself, too, perhaps. A little.
I have had great confidence in myself until a few moments ago.
I don't quite follow you, Mr. Dryden.
Until the moment I stood in that doorway and saw you.
Until you saw me.
And then I knew what I had suspected for some days. But this is now the old story of Dr. Cure thyself.
Mr. Dryden.
Why should you be surprised? Surely you ought not to be shocked. After all, you and I are both mature. We are, shall we say, a man and a woman of the world. We know that stranger things have happened than a man sees a woman in a setting in which he obviously does not belong and knows immediately that he has, as the youngsters say, fallen hard.
You? Yourself? Oh, really now, Miss Dryden?
Why not, Mrs. Hunter? Don't you believe I'm susceptible?
That is hard to believe. After all, you're the man who has helped so many people find each other. So many lonely hearts are lonely no longer because of you and what you've done.
Yes, I just say. But this is so, my dear Mrs. Hunter, because I understand loneliness. I understand the hunger for companionship of the opposite sex from a personal experience.
Yes, I can understand that, of course.
And then your picture fell out of the envelope that fateful morning. Something clicked. I hardly dared believe it. I wrote to you anyway. When you walked in here today, it was as if that picture had come to life. Now I know that I shall never be lonely again. Do you understand this, Mrs. Hunter? Do you, Elizabeth? You must. Because from now on, you and I shall never be parted. Never. If I have anything to say about it. How long is it that we've been seeing each other, Elizabeth?
A month, 6 weeks, 2 months. I don't remember. I don't much care. It's like the music in this place, like a dream. Is that why you take me here so often, Augustus?
Perhaps. So you dream, Elizabeth?
Of course. And sometimes, as now, it's difficult to tell reality from a dream.
You're quite beautiful tonight, my dear. You take me toward a dream world, too.
Do you dream, Augustus? Do you have a dream?
Do I? Yes. As a matter of fact, I believe I do.
Tell me.
It's far away now.
No, tell me.
It isn't a very large a dream.
I don't care. I want to know.
You might say it's just the expansion of the work which brought us together.
But you reach out now, all over the country. You've shown me your files.
I know. Still, this is only by letter. Think what it would mean, Elizabeth, if there were districts and even local offices of the Union of Lonely Hearts. If there were places where people could meet face to face, almost at once. Discreet, nice places. Think of the mistakes that could be avoided.
Clubs of lonely people who wouldn't be lonely anymore.
Exactly, my dear, exactly.
Oh, it's a wonderful idea. Why don't you do it, Augustus?
If I told you why, it would bring the practical world into our dreams.
I see. You mean money? How much, Augustus? 10, 20,000?
At least 10. Perhaps as much as 20.
Would you let me be your partner? Your silent partner, Augustus? I feel your union brought us together. That I owe it to fate to help others in the same way. Please, Augustus, let me help.
Margot. I've got her. She's coming across. We're in business.
Sounds great, boss.
Well, from the looks of that new suit, Gus, it's going to be quite a business.
Yeah. My dear children, it's a cinch. A red-pipe cinch. From now on, or shortly hereafter, the fences are going to work for us instead of our working for them.
Huh?
I don't get it. Right now, we service them with a good word where the markets are for the hot merchandise. Okay. You get 5% on a sale. Where do we go from there?
Yeah, it's a good racket. The front even pays off. And those $10 sucker checks from the Lonely Hearts. Yuck.
No vision, as I've said before. No vision.
Okay, dream boy. What's the nightmare?
Suppose we set up a deal in every big city, or most of the big cities for a starter. Where we took the goods off the hands of the fencers and sold them in the markets we know about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
No more middlemen with information. Give me 2 years. I'll be the master fence, as the tabloids would say, in the whole country.
I begin to see.
Yeah, but you gotta have capital to start with.
I have it, children. I have it. Mama came through last night. Up to 20 grand. Only she thinks it's for setting up this Lonely Hearts routine across the country.
We are in business.
So this is love.
Maybe Margot might say. But to get along in this world, remember, love is not all. Love is not all.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Love Is Not All. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Ralph Forbes as Augustus J. Dryden in Love Is Not All. Elizabeth Hunter's money started the racket rolling for Gus Dryden and his cohorts. It took a little time, of course, and a fair amount of traveling on the part of Gus and Muggsy. But by dint of some silver-tongued persuasion and the occasional use of force, the business of disposing of stolen goods behind the facade of the Union of Lonely Hearts soon began to show a profit.
Where do you want to go tonight, Augustus?
Do you really want to go out, my dear?
Whatever you say.
I thought we might stay here tonight. We haven't had an evening alone in some time. I miss them.
Do you? Really? Do you know, Augustus, I should never have invested that money with you. Since then, well, look back. We've slowly drawn farther and farther apart.
You only think so, Elizabeth. Because I've been devoting so much of my time to protecting your investment.
I see. So that's what you've been doing.
More, my dear. I've been earning money for you. Here, Elizabeth, my sweet.
What?
Your first dividend. 5%, $1,000.
Well, this is a surprise.
Why should it surprise you? You're my backer. You receive dividends.
It might be nice to know what our assets are, besides goodwill.
Elizabeth, you're serious. You'd really like a financial statement.
I may be emotional on some subjects, Augustus, but with finances, I try to be businesslike.
Admirable, my dear. Truly admirable.
Oh, Gus, why don't we stop this fencing?
Fencing? How do you mean that, dear?
All this talk about finances. I don't care, really. I want to know if you still feel about me the way you said you did that first day in your office.
Of course I do, Elizabeth.
Then when will the business be in condition so that you can take a trip with me?
A, sort of honeymoon, my dear?
A real honeymoon, darling. South to Cuba, Venezuela, the Caribbean.
You make it sound enchanting, dear. You really do.
When, Augustus?
Well, you said yourself, when the business is on its feet.
And it isn't now with a 5% dividend?
Not where I want it. But the time will come, Elizabeth. Think of the happiness we have given others this far. Isn't that worth postponing our own for a time? Isn't it, my dear? Margot, take a letter.
Yes, sir.
All right. My dear Elizabeth, herewith enclosed, please find your third quarterly dividend. The business is progressing rapidly, and the strides we are making seem to indicate an early return of your original capital and continued dividends. I hope to see you soon. As ever, Augustus. Well, that ought to hold us for a month or two.
Well, I hope so. She's been rather nasty on the phone. She insists you're in town, not out, like I keep telling her.
Augustus, I've called 12 times in 2 days. This girl has been telling me that you're out of town. Augustus, I want her fired at once. She lies.
But I have been out of town, my dear. Until a few moments ago. And Margot will bear me out in that.
Well, that's true, Mrs. Hunter. It's not true. I know. I saw you come in early this morning.
Elizabeth, you've been spying.
Augustus, a woman will do many things to save her pride.
I see. And you feel that I'm destroying your pride?
I think you've taken me, Augustus. I don't like the feeling of that.
You've been receiving dividends regularly? Large ones?
I don't care about the financial side of our dealings, Augustus. But you used emotion to get me into business with you. That's nasty.
Look out, boy. There she blows.
That's a hard word, Elizabeth.
For a hard fact. You never had any intention of marrying me. Your talk of love and maturity was just that. Talk.
Really, my dear, this is childish. And in front of Miss Wells.
I leave, if you'll permit.
No, stay. You probably know all about everything, with details. Augustus, I'm pulling out.
I'm dreadfully sorry you're taking things this way.
You'll be more sorry in a moment. I've learned the hard way, Augustus. Now I'm being hard. I want the balance of my capital with you, some $17,000. I want it now.
Surely, Elizabeth, you don't expect me to have that much cash in the office.
I'll take a check. You can come to the bank and have it certified for me.
Well, the firm's balance is not large. You know, the furniture for the club in Frisco, advertising in Denver.
Augustus, once I thought you were a fascinating rascal. Now I think there's something dirty about you. You'll hear from me, Augustus, and you won't like what you'll hear. Ah, phew.
You needn't do that letter, Margot.
Trouble, Gus.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. Once she cools down...
I don't think she will. That kind of woman...
Is like every other woman. You're all ashamed to be shown up at suckers. You hate to admit that you're taken. The last thing in the world you want to admit in public is that love is not all. She won't make trouble, Margot. Not on your life. I'll come back here, my beautiful. We have more important things to talk about.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
May I see the counselor, please? Mr. Dryden, I mean.
Can I help you?
Well, no, it's a delicate matter.
Mr. Dryden is in conference with Mr. Penfield, but I'll see.
Yes, baby.
Mr. Connell is here to see you, Mr. Dryden. I told him you were in conference.
Well, can't he wait till I'm through with Muggsy? That last haul of hot silver, what a take.
Can you wait a few minutes, Mr. Connell?
Well, I'm rather in a hurry. My problem won't take long.
Mr. Dryden, Mr. Connell is rather in a hurry.
All right, I'll be out.
He'll be right with you, Mr. Connell.
Thank you.
Margot, Miss Wells, is this Mr. Connell?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dryden.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Connell? My associate, Mr. Penfield.
How are you?
I'm fine. One moment, please. All right, Mrs. Hunter, come in, please. Are these the three of them?
Hey, what gives?
May I inquire what this is all about, Mr. Connell?
Yes, Sergeant. The Wells woman, Penfield, and Mr. Dryden himself.
Sergeant?
Yes, Sergeant Connell, fraud squad. With 2 warrants, Dryden. One for your arrest, and the other to search the place.
Well, this is ridiculous. In the first place, I never saw this woman before in my life. In the second place, I'd like to know what the charge is.
Simple fraud. For now, after we've examined the files, it'll probably be using the mails to defraud. Federal.
Well, this is preposterous. What could I have defrauded this person of?
Besides my self-respect, Mr. Dryden, nearly $10 for which I have the canceled check. $10 paid to you for the purpose of obtaining introductions to people with whom I might be friends. And since you failed to perform that service, you defrauded me. Isn't that right, Sergeant?
Exactly right, ma'am. Now, I'll just have a look at those files.
And there are some more in the closet in the other office.
Well, perhaps I'll look at those first.
I deny everything, and I deny you the right to my private files.
Warrant here, Dryden.
I'm getting out of here. Margot, let's scram.
That's your life.
You stay where you are. Weiner, Matson, on the door, men. Now, those other files, Dryden.
I'll sue for false arrest. I'll have you broken, Colonel.
Out of my way. Out of my way, I said. All right, that the closer, Mrs. Hunter?
Yes, that's it.
I warn you.
Save it, Dryden.
Now, Sergeant, isn't there some way we can talk this over?
Don't crawl, Gus. Spare me that, at least. Don't crawl.
Well. Mrs. Hunter, you've unearthed something here. This man runs, well, it looks like a nationwide network of fences to dispose of stolen goods behind his Lonely Hearts front. This is far bigger than we thought.
So that's what you used my money for?
Look here, Sergeant. Don't be a fool. Just because the woman here is... Well, I still think we can talk it over.
Yes, you can talk it over. With a judge and jury. You better call your mouthpiece, Dryden. From the looks of this file, get going now. We're all heading downtown.
Crime does not pay.
Ralph Forbes, who starred as Augustus Dryden in Love Is Not All, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Ralph Forbes.
On the surface, Gus Dryden was a rather likable rascal, I suppose. But when you take the point of view that he used the hopes and dreams of everyday men and women to cloak his more nefarious enterprises, and then compounded the felony by preying on and destroying those dreams, he ceases to seem likable and shows up in his proper light as a rather despicable kind of man who received exactly what he deserved. And there should be pity for the gullible, lonely people who paid in money and heartache. The cost to them was not small. Always, for all concerned, the victim as well as the criminal, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Forbes. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical consultant is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you have just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental.
Crime does not pay.
You? Yourself? Oh, really now, Mr. Dryden.
Why not, Mrs. Hunter? Don't you believe I'm susceptible? That I might be lonely, too?
That's hard to believe. After all, you're the man who's helped so many people to find each other. So many lonely hearts are lonely no longer because of you and what you've done.
Yes, I dare say. But that is so, my dear Mrs. Hunter, because I understand loneliness. I understand the hunger for companionship of the opposite sex, from personal experience.
Yes, I can understand that. Of course.
And then your picture fell out of the envelope that fateful morning, and something clicked. I hardly dared believe it. I wrote to you anyway. When you walked in here today, it was as if that picture had come to life. Now I know I shall never be lonely again. Do you understand this, Mrs. Hunter? Do you, Elizabeth? You must. Because from now on, you and I shall never be parted. Never. If I have anything to say about it.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Love Is Not All, starring Ralph Forbes. Now,
now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Ralph Forbes as Augustus J. Dryden in Love Is Not All.
It was a rather shabby building, nothing new or modern. Just another office building with rows of doors along the slightly dank hallways. The gilt lettering tarnished and peeling on the frosted glass of the doors. This door was exactly like the others, except for its rather intriguing announcement in fading gilt. Union of Lonely Hearts, it announced in large letters. In the lower right-hand corner, quite neatly and simply, Augustus J. Dryden, counselor. Inside, the filing cabinets crowded the railing and the desk behind the railing. At that desk, blondined Margot Wells presided and investigated the contents of the day's mail. A chore at which she was ably assisted by one Muggsy Penfield and her employer, Augustus J. Dryden himself.
For your file, my dear.
Check, boss.
Oh, there is a check in this one, Gus.
Just the usual fee. Pictures, too?
No. Not very interesting.
There's a request here from Dallas, boss.
I'll handle that later.
Oh, no.
There's something amusing, my dear?
Get this. You may assure any woman who becomes at all interested in me that I am well able to take care of her now and will leave her well provided for in the future. Of course, as my wife, she would have certain responsibilities, as the enclosed photo indicates. But before very long, they will all be ready to take care of themselves. And look, just look, count them, 9.
What?
9 of all kinds.
And the man says he's lonely.
He's probably got nobody to talk to, except the 9 brats. You want him, Margaret?
Are you kidding? What'll I do, file him in the wastebasket?
Checking 12?
10, the registration fee.
Oh, regular procedure.
But nobody will ever marry him.
File him. Reply with Form 1. In a month, request the second fee. This is business, Margot.
Are we using the mails to defraud again?
Hardly, my dear. After all, we file him in good faith. His 9 offspring are hardly our responsibility.
All right, Gus, you're the boss.
St. Louis has a request, referral and some jewelry. Also, a couple of minks, one of those coat check jobs.
Margaret, we don't discuss that side of our business in the front office, remember?
Oh, sorry, boss. See you in the back later, huh? Oh, and here's Bar Harbor.
That one again.
Same character.
Burn the letter. We never received it. It's not altogether too easily traced.
Check, boss.
Not bad, this one, for her age. What's your guess, Gus?
Nice-looking woman. Only touch snapshot, too. I'd say about 40.
Hey, that's the dangerous age.
Dangerous? For whom? Any money, Margot?
Registration fee. Here's the letter.
Paper. Heavy. Engraved letterhead. Mrs. Elizabeth Hunter. 5022 East Green Street. Good address.
What'd she say, boss? What'd she say?
You may think it strange. A woman in my obvious circumstances. Interested in meeting new people. Lack of companionship. Some well-educated gentleman. Am I well-educated, Margot?
In what way?
Well, I've been to college. Upriver, that is.
You learn plenty there.
Hardly a subject for small talk.
Hey, are you thinking of fooling around with this yourself?
And why not?
Because you got more important things to do, boss.
More important than a woman of obvious means, house on Green Street. Not bad to look at. Muggsy, you never had much vision.
Yeah, I don't need vision to see trouble coming.
Nonsense. Why, with her money, we might expand this business. Margot, take a letter. My dear Mrs. Hunter, letters from ladies of your caliber are, of course, quite rare in our correspondence. We do have in our files the applications of a few, very few gentlemen of equal standing. This fact requires an abnormal procedure on the part of our agency. If you would be kind enough to call for an appointment, I shall be most honored to give you my personal attention. Yours very truly, etc., etc. And put that in the mail, Margot, my dear, and we shall see what we shall see.
I beg your pardon, Miss. Oh, yes, ma'am?
This is the office of Augustus J. Dryden.
Of the Union of Lonely Hearts? Yes, it is. May I help you?
I have an appointment. My name is Hunter, Elizabeth Hunter.
Oh, of course. One moment, please.
Yes, Margot?
Mr. Dryden, Mrs. Hunter is here. Mrs. Elizabeth Hunter.
Yes, is she? I don't time, darling. Send her in. No, wait. I'll be right out.
Oh, yes, sir. Of course. Mr. Dryden will be right with you.
Mrs. Hunter, please, won't you come in? This is a pleasure. Real pleasure.
Why, yes, of course.
Oh, this way, please. Miss Wells, I am not to be disturbed.
Yes, Mr. Dryden, of course. Not to be disturbed.
Sit down, my dear Mrs. Hunter. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
No, not there. In this chair.
Oh.
Where I can see you better and you can see me.
Well, thank you again.
Cigarette?
No, thank you. Mr. Dryden, this is the first time in my life I've ever done anything like this.
Well, that hardly makes it wrong. Thousands, literally thousands of people come to me for counsel. You saw the file cabinets in the outer office. There are more in yonder closet. Surely we have the blessing of hundreds, if not thousands, of happy people in our work.
You seem to believe in your work, Mr. Dryden.
I believe in people.
And in yourself, too, perhaps. A little.
I have had great confidence in myself until a few moments ago.
I don't quite follow you, Mr. Dryden.
Until the moment I stood in that doorway and saw you.
Until you saw me.
And then I knew what I had suspected for some days. That this is now the old story of Dr. Cure thyself.
Mr. Dryden.
Why should you be surprised? Surely you ought not to be shocked. After all, you and I are both mature. We are, shall we say, a man and a woman of the world. We know that stranger things have happened than a man sees a woman in a setting in which he obviously does not belong and knows immediately that he has, as the youngsters say, fallen hard.
You? Yourself? Oh, really now, Mr. Dryden?
Why not, Mrs. Hunter? Don't you believe I'm susceptible?
That is hard to believe. After all, you're the man who has helped so many people find each other. So many lonely hearts are lonely no longer because of you and what you've done.
Yes, I dare say. But this is so, my dear Mrs. Hunter, because I understand loneliness. I understand the hunger for companionship of the opposite sex from a personal experience.
Yes, I can understand that, of course.
And then your picture fell out of the envelope that fateful morning. Something clicked. I hardly dared believe it. I wrote to you anyway. When you walked in here today, it was as if that picture had come to life. Now I know that I shall never be lonely again. Do you understand this, Mrs. Hunter? Do you, Elizabeth? You must. Because from now on, you and I shall never be parted. Never. If I have anything to say about it. How long is it that we've been seeing each other, Elizabeth?
A month, 6 weeks, 2 months. I don't remember. I don't much care. It's like the music in this place, like a dream. Is that why you take me here so often, Augustus?
Perhaps. So you dream, Elizabeth?
Of course. And sometimes, as now, it's difficult to tell reality from a dream.
You're quite beautiful tonight, my dear. You take me toward a dream world, too.
Do you dream, Augustus? Do you have a dream?
Do I? Yes. As a matter of fact, I believe I do.
Tell me.
It's far away now.
No, tell me.
It isn't a very large a dream.
I don't care. I want to know.
You might say it's just the expansion of the work which brought us together.
But you reach out now, all over the country. You've shown me your files.
I know. Still, this is only by letter. Think what it would mean, Elizabeth, if there were districts and even local offices of the Union of Lonely Hearts. There were places where people could meet face to face, almost at once. Discreet, nice places. Think of the mistakes that could be avoided.
Clubs of lonely people who wouldn't be lonely anymore.
Exactly, my dear, exactly.
Oh, it's a wonderful idea. Why don't you do it, Augustus?
If I told you why, it would bring the practical world into our dreams.
I see. You mean money? How much, Augustus? 10, 20,000?
At least 10. Perhaps as much as 20.
Would you let me be your partner? Your silent partner, Augustus? I feel your union brought us together. That I owe it to fate to help others in the same way. Please, Augustus, let me help.
Margot, I've got her. She's coming across. We're in business.
Sounds great, boss.
Well, from the looks of that new suit, Gus, it's going to be quite a business.
Yeah. My dear children, it's a cinch. A lead pipe cinch. From now on, or shortly hereafter, the fences are going to work for us instead of our working for them.
Huh?
I don't get it. Right now, we service them with a good word where the markets are for the hot merchandise. Okay. You get 5% on a sale. Where do we go from there?
Yeah, it's a good racket. The front even pays off for those $10 sucker checks from the Lonely Hearts. Yacht.
No vision, as I've said before. No vision.
Okay, dream boy. What's the nightmare?
Suppose we set up a deal in every big city, or most of the big cities for a starter, where we took the goods off the hands of the fences and sold them in the markets we know about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
No more middlemen with information. Give me 2 years. I'll be the master fence, as the tabloids would say, in the whole country.
I begin to see.
Yeah, but you gotta have capital to start with.
I have it, children. I have it. Mama came through last night. Up to 20 grand. Only she thinks it's for setting up this Lonely Hearts routine across the country.
We are in business.
So this is love.
Maybe Margot might say. But to get along in this world, remember, love is not all. No, indeed. Love is not all.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Love Is Not All. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Ralph Forbes as Augustus J. Dryden in Love Is Not All. Elizabeth Hunter's money started the racket rolling for Gus Dryden and his cohorts. It took a little time, of course, and a fair amount of traveling on the part of Gus and Muggsy. But by dint of some silver-tongued persuasion and the occasional use of force, the business of disposing of stolen goods behind the facade of the Union of Lonely Hearts soon began to show a profit.
Where do you want to go tonight, Augustus?
Do you really want to go out, my dear?
Whatever you say.
I thought we might stay here tonight. We haven't had an evening alone in some time. I miss them.
Do you? Really? Do you know, Augustus, I should never have invested that money with you. Since then, well, look back. We've slowly drawn farther and farther apart.
You only think so, Elizabeth, because I've been devoting so much of my time to protecting your investment.
I see. So that's what you've been doing.
More, my dear. I've been earning money for you. Here, Elizabeth, my sweet.
What?
Your first dividend, 5%, $1,000.
Well, this is a surprise.
Why should it surprise you? You're my backer. You receive dividends.
It might be nice to know what our assets are, besides goodwill.
Elizabeth, you're serious. You'd really like a financial statement.
I may be emotional on some subjects, Augustus, but with finances, I try to be businesslike.
Admirable, my dear. Truly admirable.
Oh, Gus, why don't we stop this fencing?
Fencing? How do you mean that, dear?
All this talk about finances. I don't care, really. I want to know if you still feel about me the way you said you did that first day in your office.
Of course I do, Elizabeth.
Then when will the business be in condition so that you can take a trip with me?
A sort of honeymoon, my dear?
A real honeymoon, darling. South to Cuba, Venezuela, the Caribbean.
You make it sound enchanting. You really do.
When, Augustus?
Well, as you said yourself, when the business is on its feet.
And it isn't now with a 5% dividend?
Not where I want it. But the time will come, Elizabeth. Think of the happiness we have given us this far. Isn't that worth the postponing our own for a time? Isn't it, my dear? Margot, take a letter.
Yes, sir.
All right. My dear Elizabeth, herewith enclosed, please find your third quarterly dividend. The business is progressing rapidly, and the strides we are making seem to indicate an early return of your original capital and continued dividends. I hope to see you soon. As ever, Augustus. Well, that ought to hold her for a month or two.
Well, I hope so. She's been rather nasty on the phone. She insists you're in town, not out, like I keep telling her.
Augustus, I've called 12 times in 2 days. This girl has been telling me that you're out of town. Augustus, I want her fired at once. She lies.
But I have been out of town, my dear, until a few moments ago. And Margot will bear me out in that.
Oh, that's true, Mrs. Hunter.
It's not true. I know. I saw you come in early this morning.
Elizabeth, you've been spying.
Augustus, a woman will do many things to save her pride.
I see. And you feel that I'm destroying your pride?
I think you've taken me, Augustus. I don't like the feeling of that.
You've been receiving dividends regularly, large ones.
I don't care about the financial side of our dealings, Augustus. But you used emotion to get me into business with you. That's nasty.
Look out, boy. There she blows.
That's a hard word, Elizabeth.
For a hard fact. You never had any intention of marrying me. Your talk of love and maturity was just that. Talk.
Really, my dear, this is childish. And in front of Miss Wells.
I leave, if you'll permit me.
No, stay. You probably know all about everything, with details. Augustus, I'm pulling out.
I'm dreadfully sorry you're taking things this way.
You'll be more sorry in a moment. I've learned the hard way, Augustus. Now I'm being hard. I want the balance of my capital with you, some $17,000. I want it now.
Surely, Elizabeth, you don't expect me to have that much cash in the office.
I'll take a check. You can come to the bank and have it certified for me.
Well, the firm's balance is not large. You know, the furniture for the club in Frisco, advertising in Denver.
Augustus, once I thought you were a fascinating rascal. Now I think there's something dirty about you. You'll hear from me, Augustus, and you won't like what you'll hear. Ah, phew.
You needn't do that letter, Margot.
Trouble, Gus.
With her?
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. Once she cools down...
I don't think she will. That kind of woman...
Is like every other woman. You're all ashamed to be shown up as suckers. You hate to admit that you're taken. The last thing in the world you want to admit in public is that love is not all. She won't make trouble, Margot. Not on your life. I'll come back here, my beautiful. We have more important things to talk about.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
May I see the counselor, please? Mr. Dryden, I mean.
Can I help you?
Well, no, it's a delicate matter.
Mr. Dryden is in conference with Mr. Penfield, but I'll see.
Yes, David.
Mr. Connell is here to see you, Mr. Dryden. I told him you were in conference.
Well, can't he wait till I'm through with Muggsy? That last haul of hot silver, what a take.
Can you wait a few minutes, Mr. Connell?
Well, I'm rather in a hurry. My problem won't take long.
Mr. Dryden, Mr. Connell is rather in a hurry.
All right, I'll be out.
He'll be right with you, Mr. Connell.
Thank you.
Ah, Margot. Oh, Miss Wells. Is this Mr. Connell?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dryden.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Connell? My associate, Mr. Penfield.
How are you?
I'm fine. One moment, please. All right, Mrs. Hunter, come in, please. Are these the three of them?
Hey, what gives?
May I inquire what this is all about, Mr. Connell?
Yes, Sergeant. The Wells woman, Penfield, and Mr. Dryden himself.
Sergeant?
Yes, Sergeant Connell, fraud squad. With 2 warrants, Dryden. One for your arrest, and the other to search the place.
Well, this is ridiculous. In the first place, I never saw this woman before in my life. In the second place, I'd like to know what the charge is.
Simple fraud. For now, after we've examined the files, it'll probably be using the mails to defraud. Federal.
Well, this is preposterous. What could I have defrauded this person of?
Besides my self-respect, Mr. Dryden, merely $10 for which I have the canceled check. $10 paid to you for the purpose of obtaining introductions to people with whom I might be friends. And since you failed to perform that service, you defrauded me. Isn't that right, Sergeant?
Exactly right, ma'am. Now, I'll just have a look at those files.
And there are some more in the closet in the other office.
Well, perhaps I'll look at those first.
I deny everything, and I deny you the right to my private files.
Warrant here, Dryden.
I'm getting out of here. Margot, let's scram.
That's your life.
You stay where you are. Weiner, Matson, on the door, men. Now, those other files, Dryden.
I'll sue for false arrest. I'll have you broken, Colonel.
Out of my way. Out of my way, I said. All right, that the closet, Mrs. Hunter?
Yes, that's it.
I warn you.
Save it, Dryden.
Now, Sergeant, isn't there some way we can talk this over?
Don't crawl, Gus. Spare me that, at least. Don't crawl.
Well. Mrs. Hunter, you've unearthed something here. This man runs, well, it looks like a nationwide network of fences.
What?
To dispose of stolen goods behind his Lonely Hearts front. This is far bigger than we thought.
So that's what you used my money for.
Look here, Sergeant. Don't be a fool. Just because there's a woman here isn't... Well, I still think we can talk it over.
Yes, you can talk it over. With a judge and jury. You better call your mouthpiece, Dryden. From the looks of this file, get going now. We're all heading downtown.
Crime does not pay. Ralph Forbes, who starred as Augustus Dryden in Love Is Not All, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Ralph Forbes.
On the surface, Gus Dryden was a rather likable rascal, I suppose. But when you take the point of view that he used the hopes and dreams of everyday men and women to cloak his more nefarious enterprises, and then compounded the felony by preying on and destroying those dreams, he ceases to seem likable and shows up in his proper light as a rather despicable kind of man who received exactly what he deserved. And there should be pity for the gullible, lonely people who paid in money and heartache. The cost to them was not small. Always, for all concerned, the victim as well as the criminal, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Forbes. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical consultant is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you have just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental.
Crime does not pay.
You're crazy, Charlie. Plain, ordinary, and completely nuts.
If it was a dame, but an old man.
Save it, both of you. Old Joe's done all right by me. Sure. But not half so good like you could do for yourself. Just what do you monkeys get out of all this?
You get bigger, we get bigger.
Okay, so what? We're doing fine. I ain't ditching the old man. Look, Charlie, the old geezer knew his way around 20 years ago. Not no more. His number's going to go up. Next thing, your number goes up, too.
I ain't so sure about that. Old Joe can take care of himself. And when he can't no more, then I'm going to do the job for him.
Now lay off, understand? I don't want to talk no more about it.
That's an order.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Heir Apparent, starring Philip Reed. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Philip Reed as Charlie Kenmore in Heir Apparent. The restaurant seemed highly disreputable. Perhaps it was the dingy neighborhood, the weary brownstone houses. The basement of one of them was the location of the restaurant. There was a dim electric sign over the area entrance. The windows with the elaborately twisted iron grills designed to keep prowlers out were dim also, gray with dirt. But inside, the glassware shone, the silver twinkled on the beautifully white tablecloths. And the food, for those who knew, was directly from heaven. Heaven, in this case, was the immaculate kitchen in the rear of the basement. Here, Charlie Kenmore found a job as a busboy. Here, Charlie learned many things, principally through his habit of asking questions.
Who's the dope at the table for?
You mean you don't know?
All I know is he eats himself stupid. He never goes home. Who is he?
That is a man who knows how to live, not like us.
Yeah, but what's he do for a living?
He sits here, eats.
Yeah, this I know, but who is he?
Joe Malden.
Never heard of him.
You ain't been around long, huh?
Why, he famous?
For 30 years.
For what? For liking good food?
For that, yes. Also, for policy.
Quit talking in riddles.
The numbers are right. Joe Malden, king of the numbers, for 30 years.
For the love of Mike.
Busboy.
Yes, sir. I want to hear more about this. Yes, sir, Mr. Malden.
Oh, you're new here. You know my name?
Yes, sir. Can I get you something, Mr. Malden?
Why do you know my name?
Well, I asked.
Why did you ask?
I noticed, sir, you eat carefully.
Carefully? How do you mean that? Like I might get myself poisoned?
Oh, no, sir. Like you knew what you wanted. And like you enjoy it when you get it.
Smart boy. I like you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I need some more butter. And about 3 more slices of bread.
Yes, sir, right away. King of the numbers, huh? That's the business of betting on numbers?
Yeah, why?
I think I'm going to try my luck.
You lose your shirt. Nobody wins.
Nobody, huh? How about him? You don't pay his dinner check losing on the numbers. Butter and bread. Maybe I got an angle for butter on my bread.
Charlie?
Yes, Mr. Malden. Can I get you something?
No. Sit down, Charlie.
Sit down? Well, but I'll get fired.
Maybe you'll get a better job.
I like this one. I get dinner here. The food's great. The wine, too.
Well, in all your life, you don't want to spend hopping tables. Sit down.
Yes, sir.
Well, I've been watching you, my boy.
Me, sir?
You knew it. That's what I like. You knew I was watching you. I think you wanted me to. I like the way you found out about the racket and didn't play it. You're smart.
The playing in, that's the suckers.
Very simple, very correct. Charlie, you want a job with me?
With you, Mr. Malden?
I said it. One of my runners has an accident. Funny. He gets too rich too quick for a runner. Also, my accountant says that particular district, it shows a drop in income. The runner has an accident. You want the job? It's open.
Well, gee, Mr. Malden.
Wait a minute, my boy. I think this fellow comes to see me.
Oh, you want I should...
No. Sit still.
Well, I thought I'd find you here, Malden.
Lieutenant Garrison, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Racket squad, eh? Sit down, Lieutenant. Join me. The lieutenant and I have known each other many, many years, Charlie.
Thanks for the invitation, Malden. I've had my dinner. Ham sandwich and a cup of coffee.
What horrible things the law does to its stomach.
Save it, Malden. You're in trouble.
Me? Impossible. With all this good food? Impossible.
No, not quite. One of your boys is dead. His stomach is full, too, of lead.
Oh, my. Which one?
I think you know which one.
Why? Try a piece of this veal, Garrison, straight from...
They serve veal upstate, too, Malden, without sauce.
Perhaps that's why I've always stayed downstate, Lieutenant.
And I think you know which one of your boys got it, Malden, because I think you gave it to him.
When did he get it, Lieutenant?
Last night, around 9.
Well, then it's impossible. I never start dinner until 8, and no civilized person takes less than 2 hours with food like this.
Malden, you're the only man I've ever known who eats his way to alibis.
Will you join me, Lieutenant?
And find myself an alibi? No, thanks, Malden. But look, you might as well know it. We've got a pretty good idea how that runner was taken care of. The job was very close to a mistake. Someday you're going to make that mistake. We'll be waiting. Good night, Malden.
Good night, Lieutenant. Come to dinner sometime. Nice man. With an ulcer growing. He eats badly.
Cop, a nice man?
Live and let live, Charlie. For 10 years he's been after me. For 10 years I've been after him. To eat properly. I won't have that trouble with you.
Oh, not with me, boss.
You take the job?
Yes, on one condition.
You make conditions?
Only one. That once a week at least you let me eat with you.
Done. It's a pleasure to hire a young man who understands the joys of living.
Okay, Wiggs, you want to work for me or don't you?
Sure, Charlie, sure. Why not? You going in for yourself?
Old Joe's let me have the West Territory.
Don't he, like you no more?
Oh, Joe thinks I'm great.
And why's he giving you the West Side? Don't he know Max Rush is moving in on that?
I see Max. He's in off.
Hey, you do all right.
I got a good teacher. Old Joe's system's been working for 30 years. No deals, just warnings.
You warned Max Rush? You're kidding.
Am I? Funny how his car was full of bullet holes the other night when he come out of his dame's place. Yeah, Max took that to heart, he did. He's laying off. Like old Joe says, sometimes the old-fashioned way is the best.
Charlie, you gotta listen to Rolly. You gotta.
Okay, I'm listening.
I ran into Max Rush today. He gave me a message.
Keep talking.
Max says the syndicate's moving in on this town.
How does he know?
He's already made a deal. Told me I should tell you. They talked to old Joe, and Joe turned them down. That's war, Charlie. Means the end of us along with Joe.
You want I should throw in with the syndicate?
And Max? We got no choice, Charlie. We got no choice.
They let us keep the territory. We collect on everything, not only numbers. And we give them a piece, and everybody comes out ahead. But if we don't play, it's a ditch and a gut full of lead.
No, nothing doing. I don't rat on the old man. You're crazy, Charlie. Plain, ordinary, and completely nuts.
If it was a dame, but the old man...
I'll save it, both of you. Old Joe's done all right by me. I ain't ditching the old man. Look, Charlie, the old geezer knew his way around 20 years ago. Not no more. His number's going to go up. Next thing, your number's going to go up, too. I ain't so sure about that. Old Joe can take care of himself. And when he can't no more, then I'm going to do the job for him. Now lay off, understand? I don't want to talk no more about it. That's an order. Yeah?
Company, Charlie.
Who is it, Wiggs?
Max Brush.
well. What do you know?
Should I send him in?
No, bring him in. Anybody with him?
One gorilla.
Okay. Rory stays outside with the gorilla. You come in with Maxie.
Check. All right, Mr. Rush. Rory, stay out of here. Keep Mr. Rush's friends company.
I got you.
You don't take chances, do you, Kimball?
Not if I can help it.
Well, you can help one chance you're taking.
This a warning?
You gave me one some time ago. Just returning a friendly gesture.
Keep talking, Rush.
I'm in with the syndicate. I think you know that.
So?
It's occurred to me, when the old man dies, well, you're his heir apparent. Like they say about the sons of real kings.
Maybe I am.
And you want to live after the old man dies.
I expect to.
It's not that way on the syndicate's timetable.
Oh? What is on their schedule?
Both of you. You got an out, the old man ain't.
Nice of them. What's my out?
You show your good faith, you take care of the old man.
Somebody's nuts in this room, and it ain't me.
Maybe, maybe not. Just bear it in mind, kid. The order's out. Kenmore gets the old man and makes a good deal, or we get the old man and Kenmore. Simple. Like ABC. Or a slug in the gut. Make up your mind, Kenmore, and make it up fast.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Heir Apparent. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Philip Reed as Charlie Kenmore in Heir Apparent. The pressure was on Charlie Kenmore. Make no mistake about that. His two pals, Wiggs Snyder and Rolly Auburn, could see no sense in sticking with old Joe Malden and made no bones about their feelings. Charlie checked around and discovered the truth of Max Rush's warning. Charlie had no peace. He could not make up his mind, but he knew he had a decision to make. He knew the power he was dealing with. Charlie tried to forget what was on his mind by having a beautiful dinner with old Joe.
Cigar, my boy?
No, thanks, Joe. But cigarette, if it won't bother you.
Have your cigarette. For me, a dinner's not a dinner without a good cigar. And extra coffee. Waiter?
You know, it was a good dinner tonight.
Our host is learning. soon he'll get so many customers, we'll have to find another place.
Hot coffee, Mr. Malden.
Well, you read my mind.
Well, the boss, he says everybody's going home. It's after 10. On the stove, coffee the way Mr. Malden likes it. In the cashier's desk, pinochle cards. Here they are, Mr. Malden.
You see, Charlie, what it means to be a regular customer?
Do we close up the joint, too?
Oh, no, sir. I have the key. I'll wait. When you go, I'll go.
Very good. You don't mind too much?
No, sir. I get overtime pay and also good tip.
So everybody wins. Very good. I'll call you when we need more coffee.
Very good, sir.
Hey, two-handed, Charlie?
Yeah, why not? It's almost 10:30.
Cut for deal.
Go ahead, you deal. I'll pour the coffee.
All right.
Hold the game a minute, Joe. I got to see a man.
With George. Why not?
Back in a minute, Joe.
Good. Good coffee. Wiggs, Raleigh. You want Charlie? He'll be right back.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, sorry, but it's got to be.
The syndicate.
No. Charlie! Charlie!
Charlie, come on. Okay, like I told you.
We told him the syndicate. Let's go.
That guy's got to live. He was an old man. He was through anyway. Well, we're young. Hey, did you get the waiter?
What waiter?
You didn't? Why, you four-star stupid. I told you the waiter. Quick, the kitchen.
There's nobody here. Not a soul.
He must have left. It's okay. Okay. Why, there's a witness loose. That waiter was here. I ought to give it to both of you.
Now, easy, Charlie. He couldn't have seen nothing.
We'll find him for you. We'll get him. Of all the dumb. Don't you know yet you've got to check for witnesses? Now find them here and put them away. That's an order. So now let's scram. Like I told the lieutenant here, sir, I seen him come in and pull their guns, and then I scrammed, but fast.
You didn't see the killing?
No, sir. I want to live, sir.
You can't blame him for that, sir.
No, I guess not. But it doesn't give me much to go to trial with, even after you pick up the men.
I've seen him pull the guns.
I know, but they'll have a good defense attorney. He'll say, how does my distinguished colleague, the district attorney, know that these men did not put the guns away again? After all, they'd worked with Joe Malden for some time. It might have been a practical joke.
Some joke.
Well, nobody'd believe that.
A jury might. And legally, there should be a corroborating witness.
But I seen him.
Sorry, but stay in town.
What?
You heard the district attorney, Mr. Hunter. Stay in town.
I can't.
Why not?
You have business out of town?
Me, a waiter? I got no business in town. They know I was there. Charlie Kenmore knows I was there. You'll get me killed. You make me stay in this town.
Sorry, Mr. Hunter. Leave your address at the desk, and thank you for coming in.
But you got to...
I said we were sorry, Mr. Hunter. Good day.
Okay, you said. But I'm the guy on the spot, that's all.
All right, Lieutenant.
Sergeant, man leaving here now. 24-hour tail. Reports every hour. Got that? Good.
It'll be a little tough on Mr. Hunter's nerves.
He'll be all right. Nothing will happen to him.
He'll try changing his job, but they'll find him.
And we'll find them. Too bad. Joe Malden. Funny. King of the numbers racket. I always hoped I'd get him before the syndicate did. Am I getting soft, sir, or just a little old?
Okay, so you didn't find him yet. Where'd you look?
The restaurant, boss.
Cased the neighborhood, too.
That's all?
He never came back.
Oh, I make a deal. I spend my time making you guys rich. We got a better deal in the territory than ever. And while I'm working for you, you can't even find a bum like that waiter for me.
Well, it's a big town, boss.
Sorry, Charlie. No time to be sorry. Joe never wasted time being sorry. He just sent flowers. Okay, find that waiter or you'll have flowers, both of you, that you ain't going to be able to smell.
What you want us to do? We're only two guys.
All right, maybe you got a reason there. We got a big outfit now. Well, we'll set it up. Give me the classified phone book.
What do you want that for?
Give me it.
Here.
Okay. Get the address of every restaurant in the dumpy parts of town. Put one of our men on every one of the meeting joints. Give them a description of this witness like I give it to you. They got to tail him, see? Find out where he holds up. When we know where he lives, we'll move in, and he'll move out. Yeah?
We found him, Charlie. He's working in a joint on South Mitford.
What shift?
Night shift. He gets off around 10. Same as the joint you and the old man used to eat in. Only the food ain't so good.
You go in?
Not when he was there.
Okay, that's better. You sure he didn't get wise?
Sure.
Okay, then. Tonight, tail him. And don't lose him. Understand? Yeah?
He lives at 509 West Fulton.
You sure?
Well, he went in. He didn't come out.
How about the back way?
Wiggs covered that.
The roof?
Look, he don't know he's being tailed. Anyway, Wiggs saw him getting ready for bed through the window.
No slips this time?
You can give it to me personal if this ain't the truth.
Okay. Get Wiggs. Come on in. We got plans to make. You case the joint top to bottom?
Sure, boss.
It ain't much. Real joint.
Like you was born in?
You and me both.
Okay. And there's a dirty backyard with wash lines, a staircase that stinks from year-old cabbage, a front door with a buzzer, and a trap door to the roof. Check?
Double check. You sure remember.
So I remember. What's this place? Where is it?
3rd floor rear. He rents a back room in one of them railroad flats.
And we got the family there to worry about.
Every Thursday night, they all go to the movies together. He's alone till after 11.
Good. Thursday night.
Hey, you sure jimmied the front door neat, Charlie?
That's a cinch. Been doing it since I was a kid. Nothing to it. Ask Rolly.
Easy. Just a penknife. You ain't got a knife, you ring somebody's bell. Only not on a job like this.
Nowadays we can afford knives.
3rd floor coming up.
I can count 2. Careful now. Don't want to wake the neighbors.
Hey, where you going? Back door's this way.
That'll open on the kitchen. We'll use the front door in case the apartment while we're at it.
Quiet now.
Flashlight?
Right here.
This door's nothing to it. Slip the blade of the knife in. Work it back and forth. Easy light. There it is. Not even a chain to worry about. Shut the door, Wiggs. Quiet now. Remember, no guns. A slit throat is just as good and quieter.
Nobody here.
Except us mice. Shut up. You hear breathing? No, guess not. Long hall. Middle room. Kitchen there. They got a chain in that door. Our pigeon's room will be here. Hey, waiter, wake up.
What? No, I didn't talk.
Hey, you're all right, Hunter. We got him.
Let go, you dirty copper.
Hey, you want some of that Kenmore?
Snyder.
Harrison. I should have known. It was too easy. You guys were planted here all the time.
Gee, I'm glad you got here.
You heard me breathing down the hall, Kenmore, but I held my breath in time. You shouldn't have bumped off, Joe, kid. He was good to you in his way.
You can't pin that on me. I wasn't there.
Not even this bum can put me there.
I know, but you tried to get Hunter yourself. An attempted murder is as good as the other in this state. Take him away, boys, and take Hunter with you. From now on, he's a material witness, and we'll keep him where he's really safe.
Crime does not pay. Philip Reed, who was starred as Charlie Kenmore in Heir Apparent, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Diana Barrymore as Judy Fraser in Carnival Frail. It was called Joe and Judy's Ball and Bucket. It was the old bucket game. You came through the milling crowd on the shabby, scrawny Midway. You stood at a scarred counter and you threw rubber balls at a bucket. If 3 of your 5 chances stayed in the bucket, you won a prize. Some incredibly cheap ornament or a slyly disreputable doll. That was all, as far as you could see. Or it was fun, particularly if you won while your friends lost. This, of course, was up to Judy, who decorated the tawdry booth with a pretty, if hard, face and a fulsome and well-displayed figure. You see, Joe did the barking and Judy pulled the string. The string attached the plunger under the bucket. When the string was pulled, the plunger took the life out of the bottom of the bucket, and the ball stayed in. So simple, so convenient for Joe and Judy. That was the setup and the operation the night this history begins.
Yes, sir, here it is, folks. Chance of a lifetime. Win a big prize. Step right up. Pitch the old baseball right into the bucket. 3 hits out of 5, you win the prize. 3 hits stay in the bucket to get the Cupid doll. That's the deal. 3 out of 5 and 5 for 15 cents, that is. Take a chance, folks. Come on. What's taking you so long, fella? Come on, peg it.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, too much on the ball, son. That way they bounce right out again.
Yeah, looks that way, mister. How's this?
Uh-oh, another miss. Well, some shortstop you would make.
Hey, you sure that bucket ain't got no rubber bottom?
You kidding, son? Come on, peg that baseball.
The string, Judy.
Check.
Good girl, Judy.
2 more tries, fella.
Here we go. There it is. Start picking a prize, honey.
Let the string go, Judy.
Aren't you the first time? Our winners tonight.
Once more. Ah, shucks.
Well, try again, fella. Try the 5 for the prize, only 15 cents.
No, I've had enough. Nobody takes me more than once.
Like to watch me try it, young man?
You? Mr. Sanford?
Well, why not? I relax, too, even though I do live on the hill.
But the old boy's good. Are you good, mister?
Good enough to put 3 baseballs in that bucket, little lady?
And keep 'em there, mister?
I think so.
Double or nothing, Mr. Sanford?
Well, explain that, young man.
You keep 3 in, you get the 5 free and 5 more. You miss, you pay me 30 cents.
A big bet. Well, I'll take it. Let me have the first 5.
Here you are, sir.
Hey, this I gotta see. Martin Sanford at the carnival.
No distractions now.
Then I'd better get out of here.
Oh, not at all, young lady. You'll be my inspiration. Here I go.
Hey, for the love of Mike. That's terrific, Mr. Sanford.
Yeah, ain't it? Here's your next 5. Nobody can say Joe King Welch's.
Very well. Watch me. Now.
Okay. 2 prizes for the man from the hill. What'll they be?
Well, I wonder now. Oh, yes. That big box of candy and the cute little doll.
Here you are.
Oh, you did fine, Mr. Sanford. Very good. Better than anybody. You're all right.
And so are you. Miss Judy, isn't it?
That's right. Miss Judy.
More of the prizes are for you, and don't let this fellow make you put them back on the shelf.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sanford. Thank you so much.
Not at all. What would I do with a candy and a doll?
Well, how do you like that? The richest guy in town. Wow.
Oh, pardon me, miss. Oh, why? How do you do, Miss Judy?
Why, it's Mr. Sanford.
Yes, it is. So nice to bump into you like this.
Yes, you did bump into me, didn't you? Mr. Martin Sanford.
I see you've read the sign on the door. Yes, that's the Sanford Bank, my bank, and my real estate company up there, second floor.
Oh, Mr. Sanford, it just struck me. The name of this town is Sanfordville.
That's right.
Then your family founded it. You're the leading citizen.
You make it sound like something exciting.
Oh, but it is exciting and wonderful. And here you stand on Main Street talking to an ordinary carnival girl. What will Mrs. Sanford say?
Why shouldn't I stand here, Miss Judy? And there is no Mrs. Sanford.
Oh? Well, I hope you come up and see us at the grounds when you have time.
Well, now, don't you think it's a trifle noisy out at the carnival, Miss Judy?
Perhaps it is.
Then would you do me the honor of having dinner with me some evening? That is, if it doesn't interfere with your schedule of work.
It won't interfere. You tell me when.
I would, but I'm sure a young lady like you will have, younger men to spend her free time with.
Oh, you underrate yourself, Mr. Sanford.
Then this evening, perhaps.
What? I think that'd be very nice. You know, Mr. Sanford, I haven't a thing to do with myself today. From this minute on.
Your friend Joe works hard, doesn't he, my dear?
Oh, we all work hard in the carnival. All carnies do.
All what?
Oh, carnies, that's us. People in the show.
Oh, I see. Live and learn.
That reminds me. You want to see how you won the other night?
Yeah, I won by putting the ball in the bucket.
Did you? Come here. Look through the flap of the tent. Here. See the string Joe's got wrapped around his ankle behind the counter there?
Yes, whatever for?
Oh, I usually hold it. See how it disappears under the table holding the bucket?
Yes.
That string is attached to a plunger. When it's full, the plunger makes the bottom of the bucket hard. The balls stay in the bucket. When the string is loose, the bottom of the bucket, well, it's sort of like a rubber pad. The balls bounce out. The harder you throw, the harder they bounce out.
But that's not honest.
That's the suckers, Martin. The world is full of them.
I don't like this, Judy. Not any of it.
Not any of them? Not even me.
I don't like it for you. Judy, I want to take you out of this, my dear. You're too lovely to spend your life in this atmosphere. I want to give you lovely things. Real jewels to wear.
Mr. Sanford, if you're saying what I think you're saying,
I'm asking you to marry me, Judy. I'm a lot older than you, I know, but I'm wiser, too. I'll give you security, love. And if you don't love me, well, perhaps you'll learn to.
Oh, Martin, can you forgive me for thinking the other thing?
I'll forgive you everything, Judy, dear. Everything and anything, if you'll just say yes.
Oh, Martin, you're corny. You really are, but the answer, what else could the answer be but... yes.
Where you been, Judy? You know you're still to come on. Get to work, huh?
I'm tired, Joe. Tired of the noise, the racket, the suckers, the pulling up and traveling and setting up in some other jerk town a day later.
Save it, kid, save it. You're a carny and you always will be.
I'm trying to tell you, Joe. We're through. I'm quitting.
Go on. You ain't struck no gold mine.
Yeah, maybe I have. Maybe I've struck it rich.
What do you mean you struck it rich?
How'd you get rich, Judy?
How would I get rich? Look at me, Joey. Look at me, all over.
I don't see nothing I ain't seen before.
Yeah, but suppose you hadn't seen it before. And suppose you weren't so young anymore. And you wanted what you saw. What would you give for it, Joey? A certificate of marriage, maybe?
You're gonna marry that old geezer? Judy, you're nuts. You'll never make it stick. Why, he's old enough to be your grandfather.
Yeah, I'm going to marry the old geezer. He asked me, which is more than you ever did.
Don't kid me, Judy. No Carnival Frail wants that piece of paper, except it's got a gold back.
This one has. And get this, Joey. I'm quitting your old bucket game. I'm going to live in the house on the hill, see? This Frail is making good, and nothing you can do will... Joey, I'm not forgetting. Leave it to Judy. Before you know it, I'll be able to take care of you, too.
Oh, it's you, my dear, going out?
Oh, yes, darling, I'm going out shopping. You were in your study.
Well, run along, sweetheart. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Husband mine.
You like that word, don't you? Husband, I mean.
Who wouldn't with you, Martin? See you later, dear.
Take care of yourself, dear. Don't drive too fast.
Hiya, Judy, baby.
Joe, quick. The garage. He might see you.
Okay. I'm coming. Quite the layout. Nice car. The works.
What's wrong, Joe?
I need dough. Give.
I don't have any. Everything's charge account.
Well, then sell some of the stuff. I want dough. I want it today.
How many times do I have to tell you I don't have any?
Well, then get it. Why do you suppose the old geezer would like to know what he meant?
You wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I? It's a great story. A Carney dame, a Frail who was a knife thrower, a sharp kid who worked every sideshow in the Midway, including the Hooters, and some we don't mention in polite company.
I tell you, it's too soon. You'll kill the goose, Joey. You can't do that. You know I'm square with you, Joey. You know...
What do I do in the meantime? Panhandle nickels?
Joe, will you work with me? Not against me. Will you take a ride on this thing with me?
How? Keep talking.
I can get you a job as his valet. The man just quit. I'll talk Martin into taking you on. Then we'll both be in on this. And it's soft, Joey. It's soft.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Carnival Frail. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Diana Barrymore as Judy Fraser in Carnival Frail. Judy managed to talk Martin Sanford into taking Joe as his valet. It took some doing, but the old man couldn't deny her anything like that. And so for 6 months, there was peace in the house. Joe did his work, stayed away from Judy in public, and all was well on the surface. But the day came when Judy found charge accounts too limiting. There were questions concerning occasional things she bought, items which seemed to disappear rather soon after they were purchased. There were little impatiences, too. Martin Sanford was not a stupid man. However, it was Judy herself who broke the quiet first.
Martin, why don't you let me have an allowance?
You don't want for anything, do you, dear?
Oh, Martin, must you play with your toys, even when I want to talk seriously?
My collection of weapons is the finest in the state. They're not toys. Far from it. This knife...
Ah, yes, I know all about that. Can I have an allowance, Martin?
May I?
All right. May I?
No.
I'm your wife, Martin. I'm entitled to a reason.
You don't need cash.
I can't go around without a penny in my purse. It's shameful. I have to charge ice cream sodas even.
Then don't drink them.
You treat me like a child. You're making me hate you. Like everybody who owes you or the bank anything hates you all over town.
What do you know about that?
I hear talk. I see people give me looks. I know. Now you're treating me like you treat them. Before we were married, it was different.
It all was different before. You learned to accept your position, Judith. You're my wife. To the outside world, you have position, wealth. And you will live up to them. Here, you're going to do as I say.
You spend more on your guns and knives than you do on me.
It's my money, and one word from you, Judith, and I'll change my will. You understand? Now, think that over, young lady. I'm going upstairs for a nap.
I hate him. I hate him. I can't stand him.
Easy, baby, easy. Oh, that's no way. You killed a goose, you know.
Leave me alone.
Not if I can help it. You got a temper, sweetheart.
Stop it, Joe. If anyone hears you...
That's better. Play the game. We're doing okay in a lot of ways.
Okay, I said.
When the time comes, I'll tip you off, and then we split the works. We go okay. Hey, what you doing? Playing with knives, baby?
He left it there when he slammed out of here.
Like to do this with it, baby?
Joe, don't.
Yeah, I know. You don't like to handle a knife by the handle. You like to toss him by the point.
Put it away, Joe.
Just what I'm doing, you see? There we are. Yeah, right in a glass case. Like where the old geezer would like to keep you so they can show you off to his friends.
Stop it, Joe.
Quite a life for a young gal under glass. Ain't you glad I'm around, baby?
I said stop it, Joe. That kind of talk won't get you anyplace.
I like to see you boil, baby. You're real beautiful when you're sore.
Take it easy, kid. Won't be long now.
They're both mean, nasty. The old man in an old man's way. Joey in a different way. Joey, maybe because he's spending his share before he gets it. His share? Why should he share? What did he do to get me into this house? I married the old man. I talked him into hiring Joe. It's been me. Judy Fraser all the way. Funny. I never think of myself as Judy Sanford. Only Judy Fraser. And I'll be Judy Fraser. Why not? Why not? Both of them. Both of them at the same time. Why not? Hello, operator. I think there's something wrong with my telephone. No, not the line. Just the bell. Would you ring me back, please? Thank you very much.
Judith.
I'm coming downstairs, Martin.
Never mind. I'll answer it. You can stay up there. Hello? What's that?
That's the last phone you'll answer. I haven't forgotten how to throw him. Right in the back.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Sanford, but I thought I'd better tell you first.
Who are you?
Detective Bush, ma'am. Captain McCardle sent me over to make an arrest.
Make an arrest?
Yes, ma'am. The fingerprints were on the handle. Clear as a bell. Funny, he didn't think to wear gloves.
Prints? Whose fingerprints?
The valet's, ma'am. Mr. King's. I have a warrant here for Joe King. First-degree murder.
Done your job, Bush?
Yes, Captain. King's in the tank. Put up quite a squawk, but he's calmed down now. It's funny, though.
Oh? You think there's something funny, too?
Yes, sir. What with all the folks around this town who had good reason to hate old Sanford's guts, fellas he foreclosed, folks he took homes away from, what all not. Funny, he's finally knocked off by an ex-carny who's working in his house.
I see. That's what you think's funny. Me, I don't like the prints.
They're clean? Just the way he grabbed the knife and rammed it in?
I know, just the way he grabbed the knife, but it doesn't necessarily mean he rammed it in. In fact, Bush, those prints are so clean, I'm pretty sure King didn't stab anybody with it. If he had, the prints would be blurred. Oh, it just could be, you know, that knife was held by the point and thrown. Oh, Mrs. Sanford. Thank you so much for coming down here.
You're very welcome, Captain McCardle, isn't it?
That's right. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Sorry to bother you this way, but there were a few items, papers and all, so the estate can be released to you. Just police routine, and it's so much easier to handle here.
Oh, don't apologize, Captain. You're a busy man, and I have nothing but time.
Wonder what can be holding up that clerk. Will you excuse me a moment? Just make yourself comfortable. You smoke if you want to.
Thank you again, Captain. So simple, so easy. The hand is quicker than the eye.
All right, get in. Hey, you. Captain wants to talk.
All right, okay. You don't have to shout, copper.
Joe!
Well, hey, Rube. Well, look who's here. The rich girl who lives on the hill.
Joe, why did you do it, Joey? Why?
Why did I do it? Why, you no good Carnival Frail. I know, I can't prove nothing. But I'll bet 100 to 1 that knife was thrown from the landing of the stairs. I ought to beat it out of you.
Joey, listen, I'll get you a lawyer. The best in the country. I'll save your neck, Joey. And after you get out.
You will, baby? You'll do that for me? You will?
I promise, Joey. After our days together. Sure, I'll do it for you.
Oh, baby, in that knife-throwing racket, too. Oh, you were great. That's what I went for you. Yeah, standing out there in that shiny costume, which wasn't much of nothing, tossing them knives. I seen all your other acts, baby. But the one with the knives? No, sensational.
Yeah, I didn't forget how, Joey.
You bet you didn't. And with all those other knives, you threw the one with my prints on it.
This gets you nothing, Joey.
Don't it? Now I know you did it. I'm telling McCardle and Bush. I'm not burning for no Frail.
No, Joey, no. No, you can't. You mustn't. You
suck your rotten trap.
Hold him, Bush.
Wait a minute. Oh, leave me alone.
All right, Mrs. Sanford, that does it, I guess.
What do you mean? I'll have you
Sorry,
know...
it won't work, Judy Fraser Sanford. We checked King's background. We found you in it. We checked you. After what we heard just now, you're through, lady. No matter how much they hated old man Sanford, no jury panel in this county will let you get away with murder.
Crime does not pay. Diana Barrymore, who was starred as Judy Fraser in Carnival Frail, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Diana Barrymore.
I think In all fairness, it should be made perfectly clear that Judy Fraser is not typical of the people of the carnival. They, too, are show people, and like the vast majority of all people in all walks of life, they're honest, decent, hard-working citizens. But, as in all walks of life, warped, cruel, selfish personalities appear at times in show business. Judy Fraser happened to be a woman like that, a woman whose greed got the better of her brains. She was too smart, too clever. She lost sight, as most criminals do, of the most important fact of all, that for rich, for poor, for great or for small, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Miss Barrymore. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton D. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you have just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. This is Bob Williams speaking. Crime Does Not Pay.
You heard me, Pop. Pay off.
I pay nothing, loafer.
Kick in, Pop, if you know what's good for you. $5. Fork 'em over.
$5? Where do I get $5? From cigarettes? From penny candy? From nickel ice cream?
Ah, cut out the sob stuff. For the last time, make with the dough.
Blood from a stone you cannot get.
Yeah, but I can get plate glass from a store window.
No, you loafer, don't touch, not my window.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Rough Customer, starring John Shelton. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring John Shelton as Mickey Brooks in Rough Customer. It was hardly a prepossessing neighborhood. The buildings were the usual mixture, compounded of warehouses, small factories, and sagging tenements, crisscrossed by refuse-ridden alleys and twisting streets, their gutters running unnameable litter. Here Mickey Brooks was born. Here he grew up. His playgrounds, the dirty backyards, and the crowded streets. His companions, the too wise, too sure young hoodlums who peopled the occasional pool parlors when the weather denied them their favorite street corners. It was from their talk, their example, that Mickey learned the line they used on the girls and the tricks he perpetrated on hard-working people like Pop Peters, who owned and ran the candy store which Mickey frequented.
Hiya, Pop.
You again.
Sure, why not? I like it here.
So what do you want? Cigarette for 2 cents? Piece of candy for a penny?
Just a nickel phone call, Pop. I mean a dime phone call. Thanks for the use of the hall.
Hello?
Hiya, baby. What's on the front burner for tonight?
Oh, hello, Mickey.
You recognize me, huh, Nancy, baby?
Naturally, Mickey.
You better, kid. You got any idea what happens to characters who cut into my time?
Please, Mickey, I hate it when you talk like that.
I was only kidding, honey. Now, do we have a date tonight or do we don't?
I suppose so.
You don't sound very anxious. Now, there's a little redhead over in Bedford.
There isn't any redhead, and you know we have a date.
Just checking, baby. What do you want to do?
Well, there's a swell double over at the Picks. I thought maybe if you want to.
Meaning if I got the price? I got it, sugar. And if I didn't have it, I'd know where to get it. Now, you stand by with the glad rags on, kid. I'll be over after a while.
I'm very sorry, lady, but in this neighborhood, Fancy Flavors ice cream don't move quick enough.
What's the matter, Pop? Did you lose a customer because you ain't got banana maple in the freezer?
So this is your business, too?
No, it's just a little friendly question. Me, I go for chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. And for my cigarettes, too. Now, you put it back, or on the counter, you put 21 cents.
Oh, what are you talking about? I didn't take nothing.
When you came out from the phone booth, you reached behind the counter. I see. Blind I'm not. Not when you're in my store.
Yeah, so I'm a thief now, eh, Pop?
Not only now, but always. Since the big boys used to send you in here when you were a little kid. You should steal chewing gum and candy when I'm looking someplace else.
Pop, I don't like you talking that way about me. Don't I always use your phone booth?
Oh, sure. This is a profit I can live without. Put back the cigarette.
Let go of my wrist.
Big as you are, I let go when you put back the cigarette.
Okay. There's your lousy butt.
And you don't have to come here no more, you loafer.
Yeah, well, none of the gang will come in here either.
That's fine. My life will be a lot easier, believe me.
Smart guy. Put back the cigarettes. That's going to cost him. Well. Now, who left a brick in the street? From me, huh? It's very neat. Very neat. What's worth more to that old dope? Pack of butts or a plate glass window? What's the matter, baby? You scared?
I guess so. I hate coming home late at night.
With me around, you're scared?
I can't help it. The neighborhood is...
Well, you live here, Nancy, remember?
It's different when people are up.
Oh, there's lots of guys up right now.
I know.
Nobody bothers my girl.
I am your girl, Mickey?
Oh, listen, baby, you and me, we're going places, see?
I hope so. But where?
Well, I know so. We're going to be in the chips, kid. You just stick with Mick. You'll see.
That's what you always say, Mickey, but you haven't even got a job.
What if I haven't got a job? What am I going to do? Save dough on 40 per if I'm lucky?
Other fellows do it.
Yeah, the kids are running loose all over the neighborhood. And do they have any fun?
I don't know, maybe. Do we?
Well, don't we?
I suppose we do.
We're only starting, kid. You just wait till we get out of this crummy town. We'll...
Mickey, pop Peter's window, look.
Yeah, what about it?
It's all boarded up.
Well, that's what they always do with busted windows. So people don't cut themselves reaching in to swipe the stuff inside.
Funny Pop's window broken like that.
Somebody must have hit it for the brick.
Why? Pop never hurt anybody in his life.
Oh, you never know. Maybe he said no to the wrong guy.
Mickey, you did it.
Yeah, what if I did?
Aw, Mickey, what for?
I phoned you from his place. Then I asked him if I could borrow a pack of butts till tomorrow. He said no. We argued and I got mad.
Borrow a pack?
So what? As long as I can remember, all of us been going in there. Wouldn't have hurt him to let me have a pack.
But you had the money to pay him.
What's that got to do with it?
And you didn't ask him, did you? Did you, Mickey?
Okay, so I took the pack, so what? The old dope threw me out. Told me not to come back. I got sore.
What if he calls the cops?
Cops? In this neighborhood? That's a laugh. Anybody calls the cops gets more busted than windows.
Mickey, what are we going to do? How are we going to get away from here?
I told you now, didn't I? Come on. Let's walk.
As long as we stay here, it'll get worse and worse, Mickey. Don't you see?
No, do you?
Oh, don't get sore, Mickey. Only sometimes I feel like if we don't get away from here, something awful will happen to you inside.
Nothing's going to happen, baby. Forget it.
I can't. I can't because I love you, Mickey.
Hey, you say that like it was a funeral or something.
Maybe it is.
Whose baby?
Maybe mine. Oh, I know you're wrong, Mickey. Wrong and bad, maybe, but I love you, so I make excuses for you. I do anything you want me to.
Okay, sugar. That's all you got to do. Now, come on, give me a kiss. Forget this whole deal. Except that you're my girl, understand? You're Mickey's girl. Oh, that's going to mean plenty, kid. You can put your dough across the board on that. Yeah, that's a nice new window you got there, Pop.
Out. Out. I told you I
You want to keep that window, don't you, Pop? Okay. It's $5 today and every Tuesday from now on.
What? You get nothing. Out.
You heard me, Pop. Pay off.
I pay nothing, you loafer.
Kick in, Pop. If you know what's good for you, $5. Fork 'em over.
$5. Where do I get $5? From the cigarettes? From penny candy? From nickel ice cream?
Cut out that sob stuff for the last time. Make with the dough.
Blood you cannot get from a stone.
Know what I can get? Plate glass from a store window.
No, you loafer, don't touch. Not my new window.
Okay, price has gone up, Pop. It's $10 now.
I'll call the police. I'm going to tell the insurance company.
You tell the insurance company what goes on around here, and you'll get no insurance.
I'm telling you, I'll call the police.
Oh, stop it. You couldn't prove nothing. Your word against mine. And I'll have 10 witnesses say I was someplace else.
You...
$10, please. Or else, this time, from the inside of the store. Look, I brought the brick with me.
Mickey, no. $10 I don't have.
Okay, Pop, you said it. It's too bad. That's such a nice piece of glass. You had enough, Pop? You know I'm getting pretty bored with all this. 5 windows in 10 days. Now, how much glass can I break for you?
Enough already.
What's the matter? The insurance company not paying off?
You know everything, huh?
Yeah, I know where you can get insurance. Against busted windows.
You know? Where?
From me. $10 every Tuesday.
I don't make a living no more.
Well, when the joint's boarded up, you make less.
All right. I'll pay. There.
Well, at last. I'll tell you what, Pop. You're my first customer. Sample for the neighborhood. Now, when Sauer the Butcher and Keene's Drugstore and Crockett's Grocery Store start to pay off, I'll cut you down to $5 a week. You can't say Mickey Brooks don't give his customers a break. Take a look, Nancy, baby. Take a good look.
Mickey, all that money.
Go on. Count it.
But I don't...
Count it, baby. Count it.
What? Mickey, $200.
Yeah, and that's only 1 week's take. How am I doing, kid?
How, Mickey? How?
I'm in the insurance business.
What are you insuring people for?
No, against, baby. You insure against. Me, I insure against breakage. Windows, arms, legs, heads even.
I don't understand. Maybe I don't want to understand.
Don't bother your pretty little head, beautiful. I'll make it. You just spend it.
$200 a week.
Yeah, that's only the beginning. Next week is going to be $400. If I don't get more customers, I'll ante up the suckers I got. And, baby, you just wait till I get into the life insurance racket. That'll be something.
Too late, isn't it?
Too late. What are you talking about?
No use. You wouldn't understand. I guess there's no chance anymore.
Hey, you trying to tell me we're through?
No. That I'll never tell you, I guess. I'm stuck, I suppose. I'll just go along with you. Whatever happens.
You bet you will. Oh, boy, what a ride it's going to be. Nancy, baby, next month we're heading south for a vacation. Miami, maybe. I got an idea for a racket down there that's really big. Big dough. Oh, it's time for a vacation, baby. And time those joints where the money is heard of Mickey Brooks. And are they going to hear from me?
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Rough Customer. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring John Shelton as Mickey Brooks in Rough Customer. Mickey planned the vacation with care. First, he chose the places: Miami, Hot Springs, and then Sun Valley. After that came wardrobe. For himself, Mickey bought little. But where Nancy was concerned, Mickey was more than generous. The pretty girl from his neighborhood blossomed forth with the proper clothes, hairdo, jewelry, and so on, as a lovely and highly attractive young woman. Mickey was pleased. After all, Nancy and Nancy's looks were an investment, a part of the plan. The fact that Nancy went along with the plan reluctantly was of no concern to Mickey. He gave his instructions and considered them obeyed. It was this blind obedience which brought Nancy into the company of Dorothy Hill and her husband in one of the luxurious nightclubs in Miami Beach.
You've no idea, Mrs. Hill, how grateful I am to you and Mr. Hill. Whatever for, darling? For taking my time off my hands. It's so dull just waiting, and a girl can't go places like this alone. If I were your fiancée, Nancy, dear, I'd hurry and get down here. A girl like you doesn't have to be alone here any longer than she wants to be. A girl like me. Don't you know your own power, darling? My power? You are naive, dear. Well, your charm is completely adorable. You dress beautifully. Your jewelry's in perfect taste. Oh, it's nothing like yours, Mrs. Hill. Oh, Nancy. When you're married to this long-awaited fiancé of yours as long as I'm married to Joe, your bracelets will be wider and your rings bigger. So now you're perfect. Aren't you nervous wearing so much? Everything's insured. Joe always says I didn't buy you all those presents so they could sit in a dark old vault. Just like a man. Exactly. And it's just like a man to have met a couple of cronies and gone off to the bar for a drink. Oh, I'm tired of this place. Let's pick up Joe and move on. All right, if you want to. Come along, then. Don't forget your purse, dear. No, I won't forget it. Pardon me, please. Would you let us through, please? Thank you. Well, the air's almost fresh out here. It does seem smoky in there. Where's Mr. Hill? Just as I thought. In the bar. I caught his eye as we went past. He'll be along now. He knows what to do when I give him the high sign. I don't understand. You're not married yet, darling. He'll pay the check and come after us. Then we'll wait right here, won't we? Nancy, dear, you're white as a ghost. But it's just the smoke and all. Oh, for heaven's sake. Come along. Where? Well, outside, of course, with some fresh air. No, I'd rather not. No arguments, darling. Come on now. Now, isn't this better? I guess so. Of course it is. You know, sometimes I wonder why Joe and I spend so much time in places like this. Funny, I wonder where the doorman is. Oh, probably tired of carrying around all that gold braid and went to rest his feet. Or he's parking his car for someone like that. Oh, you startled me.
Sorry, lady. You too, miss. Now, if you'll both just let me have your bags and jewelry.
Nancy, quick, it's a holdup.
Shut up, lady. I mean business, so does this.
You wouldn't dare shoot.
Maybe not, but this way the butt is just as dangerous to anybody who wants to keep her looks.
I won't. Oh, give him the jewelry, please. Oh, please. You said it's insured. Here's mine.
Thanks, kid. It's peanuts compared to what she's wearing. Come on, give me those earrings.
Oh, you don't have to hurt me.
I hate dames like you. Come me the rocks.
My husband, in a minute, he'll be... Oh.
You don't need those now. You can't wear rocks on a broken arm.
Oh, Mickey.
Shut up, you.
Oh.
Okay, lady. That's one arm. Now I want the stuff on the other.
Take it. Take it all. Oh, my arm. My arm.
That's a good girl. No fighting now. You can't win. Good. That's the whole caboodle. Now, so she won't yell.
Oh.
Good enough. We'll take care of you for a while. Let's go, Nancy, baby. The car's around the corner like I planned. Nancy, honey, that was a cinch. A lead pipe cinch. We got $50,000 easy in my pockets. Not counting your stuff. Baby, I gotta hand it to you. You looked so scared nobody believed you knew what was coming. Oh, we done 53 miles already. They'll never find us. Hey, what's the matter? You lost your tongue?
No. Just tired.
Oh, you want your own pretties back again?
No, not now.
Would you like one of the dames to wear yourself sometime?
No, Mickey.
Okay. You know, I'm wondering, should we stash the stuff for a while or break it up and give it to a fence right away?
I don't know.
Well, there's plenty of time to decide that. How's about a kiss to celebrate it?
No, don't touch me.
Hey, what gives there?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. It's been almost 2 hours now. Give out, baby.
There's nothing to say.
There better be. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Give, baby.
You hit that poor woman.
Poor woman with 50 grand in ice hanging on her?
You hit her.
So I should leave her yelling?
And you enjoyed it. You enjoyed hurting her.
Well, why not? It's her. It's her kind that...
You're cruel, Mickey. I knew you were, but I never thought you'd like hitting people just to hurt them.
Grow up. You got any idea what'll happen to us if we ever get ourselves caught?
It might finish the whole thing anyway. Well, why are you stopping?
Because you're scared to death, baby. And you don't know what you're talking about. And you need a little sample, honey.
Mickey.
Come on now. Give us that kiss, honey. Nobody will see us parked here, not even the cops. You need to be reminded. Reminded that Mickey goes for you, baby. You go for Mickey. Come here. How's that, sugar? You feel better?
Oh, Mickey. Mickey, I can't help myself. I just can't.
How do your friends like hot springs, Nancy, baby?
All right, I guess.
And does dear Mrs. Richmond intend wearing any sparklers?
She's got them. I saw them today.
While you were in the rooms?
Yeah.
Well?
They like me, Mickey, but it'll take a little time yet.
They're waiting for my fiancé gag working with them?
They're younger than the Rosses. Right now, they just like me because they have a friend of Tom's here, and I make the fourth.
I'll get busy, baby. We want a big job here. And then straight across the country to Sun Valley. So hurry up, baby. I don't like waiting. What's holding up the works, Nancy?
Leela doesn't wear much jewelry. She just has it.
Oh, quit the stalling. It's been 2 weeks now.
I'm not stalling.
Cut the comedy, kid. You're getting too friendly with these jokers.
Nicky.
Now, don't give me that. It starts with Mr. and Mrs. Richmond, and now it's Tom and Leela. You got a job to do.
I'm doing it, Mickey. You know that.
You're doing it too slow. Do you hear me? Now get busy. Get going. I want to hightail it out of here. No later than the end of this week, understand?
Isn't this a nice party? Isn't it, Tom? Nancy?
Yes, it is. You sure look terrific, all dolled up with sparklers like a Christmas tree.
I did it for Nancy.
For Nancy? How come?
Nancy loves jewelry. She wanted to see me wearing it.
I must say I have very good taste in time.
Tom, Leela, take it off.
I don't understand.
But Leela just said that you wanted it.
I'm sorry, but you've got to listen to me, Tom. You read about holdups, and it's so late. Couldn't you leave it with the manager in his safe until tomorrow morning?
I suppose so, but why all of a sudden?
Don't ask me why. It's just... I think you're two of the nicest people I ever met, so please, for me, Leela, leave the diamonds in the manager's safe.
Okay, turn off the waterworks.
I can't.
Turn off or you'll get something to cry about.
Yes, I'll try, Mickey.
Okay, now. What happened?
Nothing.
Where'd she leave the rocks?
In her room.
You're lying. I saw the three of you leave the hotel. The dame was loaded with ice. Where'd she leave the stuff?
Well, Tom made her leave it in the last club, in the safe. He was worried it was so late.
Yeah, well, how do you happen to get worried, baby?
How should I know?
You sure you didn't worry him?
Of course course not. Why should I?
I don't know why, but I think you warned him.
Mickey, cross my heart.
I think you warned him.
No, Mickey, for heaven's sake.
For all I know, you told him about me, too.
Mickey, keep away from me.
You did, didn't you? You did, didn't you?
No.
You spilled your lousy guts, didn't you? I took you out of the gutter, made a lady out of you, gave you everything you got. All I get is the old double-cross from the original weak sister. I ought to finish you, but I ain't gonna waste the lead. From here on in, Mickey Brooks is on his own. I'll see you in Sun Valley. I don't think.
I've got to do it. Don't care what happens to me. Should have long ago. Oh, after me. Oh, Mickey. Operator, police, help. I want police. Get them. I can give them. Mickey Brooks.
Crime does not pay. John Shelton, who was starred as Mickey Brooks in Rough Customer, will be back with you in just a moment. Crime does not pay.
Roy, it's only a little ivory ball and a spinning wheel.
What? Oh, I know, Di, honey. But look at the money riding on that little ivory ball.
14 flat.
Well, there goes another 500.
Oh, Roy, please, you've lost enough.
Wait till I start winning.
You can't win. Don't you know that?
No, I don't know it, and our friends don't know it either.
That's the trouble. They are our friends, and you brought them here. Practically all of them.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets.
Here we go again. 500 on 9 red, Blackie.
That's your bet. Last call. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
It's interesting, Diana, darling, that you notice how many of our friends are gathered around Blackie's table tonight. That gives me a thought. An exciting thought, as a matter of fact. Shall we talk about it sometime?
All bets down. Here she goes.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear For Sweet Charity, starring Romney Brent. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Romney Brent as Roy Maxwell in For Sweet Charity. Roy Maxwell was the original Silver Spoon boy, scion of a very wealthy family, frequenter of cafe society. Roy boasted that he had been through more colleges more quickly than any of his friends, and that each time he was expelled, it was for a different reason. Roy was a rascal, but a charming and delightful rascal. A wastrel, too. But this made little difference to anyone, and particularly to the women of his acquaintance. Charm can, and very often does, blind even the wisest woman to weakness and careless living. In the case of Roy Maxwell, Diana Sheffield was willingly blind, parking her good sense at home whenever she dated Roy.
And so, my dear Diana, as all good stories end, they lived happily ever after.
Oh, Roy, darling, really. It's cruel the things you can do to a perfectly innocent children's story.
I'm cruel? Darling, have you ever analyzed Hans Christian Andersen? Well, there's more death and torture in those stories than in Edgar Wallace.
I believe you're right, darling. Imagine that witch fattening up two innocent children just to practice cannibalism on them.
Well, of course, I'm not certain that Hansel and Gretel is Mr. Anderson, but you're so right about the cannibalism. Want to amble on? This place is getting rather stuffy, I think.
Whatever you say, darling.
Then I say, let's roll. There, the way to keep the change. Let me hold your wrap.
Sometimes, Roy, you're a gentleman to the point where it hurts.
What else have I to recommend me?
Oh, charm, my boy. Charm.
Thank you, ma'am. Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Oh,
excuse me. Well, one thing about warm weather, I don't have to buy back my top coat.
Yes. Even with men's clothes, it's not the cost, it's the upkeep.
You can say that again. What is this strange odor? Not fresh air.
I'm afraid it is, darling. Strange aroma, isn't it?
Excuse me. Taxis! Here we are. Lucky tonight, huh? In you go, darling.
Thank you.
Just take a ride, driver. We're interested in fresh air.
Hold the gas, driver. Hiya, Maxwell.
Well, Blackie Distant. Diana, my dear, this is Mr. Distant, an acquaintance of mine. Mr. Distant, Miss Sheffield.
How do you do?
Hi.
Oh. What's on your mind, Distant?
Why, in a hurry?
Well, we are blocked in the traffic, rather. Miss Sheffield and I
Take it easy, kid.
So, if you remove your head from the window of this conveyance, we'll move along.
Get down off the high horse, fella. I knew you when.
All right. What do you want?
I want to see you.
Well, you see me.
In private. Tomorrow. About 4.
Very well. You can get along now, driver. Mr. Diston has given me the message.
Just be there, fella. I don't bring messages. I send my boys. So do like I tell you. See?
Of all the colossal nerve.
Who is he, dear?
Just Blackie Diston.
The Blackie Diston? Why, wherever did you meet him?
At the track. Why?
Well, the way you talk back to him. Oh, Roy, darling, maybe there's more backbone in you than I thought.
Really? Well, I'll remember that. Tomorrow at 4.
All right now, Maxwell. Okay. Give.
We have a deal, Blackie. Shall we make the giving simultaneous?
Well, you know, kid, for a smoothie with a bank account, you're a pretty shrewd customer.
I take that as a compliment.
You got the list?
I have. You have the check, no doubt, hmm?
Sure. Made out to cash. Here it is.
Not bad at all. This amount includes my 10% up to date.
Up to last night. That is including the dough that you dropped at the table with the galloping dominoes.
As I said, not at all bad. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll just take it.
Where's the list?
Oh, pardon me. Right here. Another dozen names and phone numbers. Hey, you're developing quite a mailing list to me, Blackie, huh?
Yeah, sucker list, you mean? Yeah, it's fat pickings, too. It was a good day for both of us when we made our deal.
Good for you and not bad for me.
That's right. Take your check.
Thanks. I'll be seeing you.
Hey, just a minute. How come your girlfriend's phone number isn't on here, Maxwell?
Miss Sheffield doesn't gamble.
Well, you know, you might earn yourself an extra 5% if, just by chance, her number turned up on a list.
You can forget that angle, Blackie. I'm not doing that yet. In fact, I find being your shill not exactly tasteful.
But profitable, huh?
Yes, to a degree. And exciting to a degree. Also rather humorous, I find it. I find it rather enjoyable to be, to borrow a phrase, taking my pals to the cleaners.
Keep going faster, faster. Come on, Beauty. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, Roy. Why, it's marvelous when they come down a stretch like this.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Oh, how can you stand there like that, behaving as if you were bored? Roy Maxwell.
Well, perhaps I am bored, darling.
With all those wonderful horses.
Oh, it's not the horses, dear. It's the people and their wages.
They get fun out of betting.
And losing.
That's a chance anyone takes. That's what makes it so exciting.
Is it really? Frankly, Diana, when I bet on anything, I like to be reasonably sure I'll win, one way or another.
I'll take 2.
Give the man 2, Blackie.
Jack, 2.
Well, Marge?
Oh, I always have such a time. All right. 3.
Jack, 3.
Anybody know the time?
3:15 a.m.
Oh, my goodness. This'll have to be the last pot.
Then make it a good one, Marge. Black is so far ahead now.
How many, Roy?
Pat.
Is that so? Well, I'll take 2 myself.
This will be a good one, all right. I can see it on Marge's face.
So can I. And that's what I like about poker. If it's not in the cards, it's in the player's face. And either way, how can you lose?
But you're losing almost as much as I am, Roy.
That doesn't bother me, darling. I'll get it back sooner or later.
Roy, it's only a little ivory ball and a spinning wheel.
What? Oh, I know, Di, honey, but look at the money riding on that little ball.
14, Black.
Well, there goes another 500.
Oh, Roy, please. You've lost enough.
Wait till I start winning.
You can't win, don't you know that?
No, I don't know it, and our friends don't know it either.
That's the trouble. They are our friends, and you brought them here. Practically all of them.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets.
Here we go again. 500 on 9 red, Blackie.
That's your bet. Last call. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
It's interesting, Diana, darling, that you noticed how many of our friends are gathered around Blackie's table tonight. That gives me a thought. An exciting thought, as a matter of fact. Shall we talk about it sometime?
All bets down. Here she goes.
Roy, you've got to stop this gambling. Horses, cards, dice, roulette, anything and everything.
Why, darling? Isn't it exciting?
Oh, it's exciting, no doubt about it.
Then why stop?
Because you lose all the time.
It's only money, darling.
Your money won't last forever.
Neither will I.
Oh, what a horrible thing to say, Roy.
Sorry, darling. Look, Di, you grant me that gambling can be exciting.
All right.
And you'll also agree that most of our friends feel the same way.
Obviously, from the way they followed you to that man Diston's places.
Good. Now then, it strikes me that if Diston can do it, so can I.
You want to run a gambling place? Roy, have you gone crazy?
Why not? I'm as smart as Blackie.
That horrid man.
The first time you met him, you thought he was interesting.
And I don't like him now. He's evil somehow.
I see. Well, then, wouldn't you rather have our friends play with us than with him?
That were the only choice, yes, but you don't need money that badly. Or do you, Roy?
To myself, of course not. But, well, I had an idea last night at the roulette table. Well, suppose our friends gambled, won a little, and what they lost went to charity.
To charity?
Yes. Society gambles for sweet charity sake. All the profits after expenses we give to a particular cause. A different cause each night. Same excitement, same fun, but instead of Blackie making the money, some worthy charity would.
Why, Roy, darling, that's the best idea ever.
I thought you'd like it, darling. We'll think about it. In the meantime, a drink for me?
Right away. Oh, Roy, this is going to be wonderful.
Yes, it is going to be wonderful, particularly when you figure that charity begins at home.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with For Sweet Charity. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Romney Brent as Roy Maxwell in For Sweet Charity. Whatever might be said about Roy Maxwell, no one can deny he was a man who proceeded immediately to put his plans into action. With Diana as his willing, if unknowing, front, Roy interested some of the women among his gambling friends in his idea. Gamble for charity suddenly became a secret slogan. A date and place were set for the first trial. Then Roy visited his friend, Blackie Diston.
Blackie, I'm going into business for myself.
You are?
You make that sound as if I'd better not.
You catch on quick.
Well, don't you believe I'm qualified?
Oh, you're qualified.
Then why the objection?
I haven't any objections. You might have a couple, though.
Me? To my own idea?
Yeah, you won't make any profit in a cement overcoat.
What?
You heard me. I control gambling in this burg. You ought to know that. And nobody muscles in. Catch?
Is that all?
What's so funny?
Did you really think I'd try to cut in on you, old man?
What else?
Well, that's silly on the face of it, Blackie. I'm not interested in making book or any other of your other activities. Just an occasional setup so that my friends can lose their money for charity.
You're kidding.
Am I? How would you like 15% of the cut?
That kind of charity is always interesting.
I need equipment, and you have it.
You want my kind of equipment?
From wheel to cold deck to chuck-a-luck cages and back again.
Your favorite charities can make money that way.
I'm figuring on that.
You got dealers, croupiers, all the rest?
Ooh, I can get them. Some of my friends.
To run my kind of equipment?
That is a problem, isn't it? After all, it's quite simple to spin a roulette wheel and drop the ball, but not quite so simple to control where the ball is going to be when the wheel stops.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be your problem. What's your idea?
Well, I might hire some professional help.
Like who, for instance?
Like you, for the wheel, and maybe Joey Ransom to deal 21, and maybe Stitcher Marnell for dice table, yes.
You want all that for 15%?
And informal evening wear, if you don't mind.
15% of what?
Of my share.
I get it. Your ideas of charity are very interesting, Maxwell. Maybe you're smarter than I figured.
Maybe I am, my friend. It's just possible that I am.
$15, black. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets.
100 on black.
That's your bet. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
How are we doing, Blackie?
It's starting slow, but they'll be making with the G notes instead of C's in a few minutes now.
Meantime, they're winning?
Meantime, yeah. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets.
Ah, another customer. See you later, Blackie.
Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Get it down. Get your money
Mr.
down.
Maxwell, this is just too exciting. A marvelous idea.
I'm happy you think so, dear. Gamble for charity, fun for all, and milk for the unfortunate kiddies.
Oh, it's just too wonderful. Our committee won't know how to thank you.
I'm sure they won't. Oh, excuse me, my dear, the doorbell again.
Of course, dear boy, run along. I know how busy you are.
Diana, darling.
Hello, gambler. What took you so long? Afraid of a raid?
Of course not. It's all for the cause.
Quite a crowd.
Yes, they all turned out. You look lovely, darling.
New dress just for your debut, dear, as a legitimate entrepreneur.
Thank you, dear. It is a production, isn't it?
Soft music, green tables, and...
Blue chips. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Oh, I do. It's so much better than...
17, red. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Get them down.
What's Blackie Diston doing here?
Handing the wheel for me, darling?
For charity, Roy?
Of course, darling. What else?
I don't believe it.
Well, look, sweetheart, these friends of ours would find ordinary gambling dull, wouldn't they?
What's that got to do with him?
Well, he's flavor, darling. Scenery. Lots of our friends are used to him. And...
Yes, aren't they, though?
So I asked him to do this for me as a kind of, window dressing.
You're sure that's all you asked him to do?
Well, of course, darling. Now, look, relax and enjoy yourself, huh? You don't think I need to do anything illegitimate, do you, dear?
Mr. Maxwell, I'm sure our committee is more grateful to you for your wonderful affair than I can say.
Oh, don't thank me, darling. Thank your friends who played so well and so long.
And lost with such good grace.
Yes, you see, the person who runs a gambling place can't lose. The percentages are always with the house.
Are they really?
Always, always. Well, here's your check for the profits, ma'am.
Oh. Isn't this nice?
Well, I'm sorry it isn't more. Better luck next time.
Better or worse luck?
Well, that depends on which side of the table you're on, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, I guess it does.
We had several winners. It cut our profit margin considerably.
Oh? Oh, yes. Well, Mr. Maxwell, I know this check will buy a lot of milk. That's all that's important, isn't it?
Naturally, and, well, I'm glad I could help you.
Of course. Well, until next time, Mr. Maxwell. Goodbye, Diana, darling.
Goodbye, dear.
It's been a privilege working with you, my dear.
Well, thank you again. You'll hear from us soon, Mr. Maxwell.
I doubt if I will. But there'll be others.
Roy, where's the rest of the money?
What are you talking about, darling?
Did Blackie get it all, or did you?
Whatever got into you?
I'm not stupid, Roy. I saw the money crossing those tables. I've a pretty good idea what it costs to rent gambling equipment. Where's the rest of the money?
Di, you're accusing me of cheating.
I'm not accusing you of anything, yet. But I think you have some explaining to do. $1,200 profit. Why, it's incredible.
Why, you are suspicious.
Roy Maxwell. At least $100,000 was bet one way or another in that apartment the other night. Most of it was lost. Where is it?
Expenses, dear?
What kind of expenses? Paying Blackie Diston and his boys?
Someone asked for me?
Stay out of this, Blackie.
No, Mr. Diston, don't stay out of it. I want to know what happened.
I'm happy to see you again, Miss Sheffield. How can I help you?
What was your cut?
15%.
I thought so. Roy Maxwell, I knew you were weak, but I never thought you'd steal.
Now, see here, Diana.
Save it, Maxwell. The dame's wise.
You can bet on that.
Now, why did you have to do that for?
The dame's wise. You got the dough?
Of course.
In cash?
Well, naturally, but
Let's blow, jerk. This town's going to be too hot for both of us for a while. Unless you want I should dump the dame.
Are you crazy?
No, but you are. If you think a babe like this one will keep away from the cops now that she knows what you've been doing. I figured this, so I picked up a couple of seats on the 4 o'clock plane to the coast. We'll just make it before she wakes up. I didn't hit too hard. Come on, let's go, fella. You need a long vacation in the sunshine.
what's keeping that plane, huh?
Who knows? Pilot didn't tell me. You see, I'm not in his confidence.
This is ridiculous, you know.
Is it? Maybe you like the inside of a jail? Oh, I forgot. You've never been inside looking out.
There are other ways besides blackjacks, you know.
Like what? Talking a dame out of squealing?
Exactly. It is much more efficacious. But if you hadn't been so quick, I would have persuaded Diana to come with us.
Well, that'd have been very nice, but I'm sorry. I only had 2 tickets.
Is that our plane?
I don't know. Well, could be. It should be.
Let's find out. Come on, don't stand there.
Why so open-mouthed, Mr. Diston? Did you think you hit me harder?
Keep your hands in sight, Diston. Don't move. These are men, Miss Sheffield?
Yes, both of them.
All right, boys, take them downtown. Book them for illegal gambling, embezzling, and felonious assault.
Now, see here, officer.
Lieutenant, if you don't mind, and save it for the judge.
Now, this man Diston struck Miss Sheffield and forced me to go with him at gunpoint.
Oh, Roy, whatever you've done, you've done. But don't crawl. Just don't crawl.
You'll never make it stick, Lieutenant. I'll be out in 4 hours.
Now, he did it all, I tell you. He tricked the wheels and put loaded dice on the tables and...
Save it, Maxwell. There'll be plenty of time for you to sing.
Let me hit him, Lieutenant, just once.
I'll talk.
Shut up to both of you. All right, take them along, boys. If they don't come quietly, you know what to do. Here we go, Miss Sheffield. I'm sure you'll see enough of these men when they come to trial. Oh, perhaps we ought to stop at the office here. Thank the airline for holding that plane until we arrived.
Crime does not pay. Romney Brent, who starred as Roy Maxwell in For Sweet Charity, will be back with you in just a moment.